Yeah. All right. I hope everybody's doing absolutely fine this pleasant evening. My goodness. Yes. All right. Fine then. Exciting excitement. But yeah, that's that. I hope everybody's doing absolutely fine. Apart from that, I think I think I should put the camera a little bit different. But you know what? I think I had decided. I'm going to already kind of like get into the Christmas spirit a little bit, kind of like a little bit increase the Christmas vibes apparently. So I think I think it's time. I think it's time to get rid of the Halloween decorations, and how about we get on the the Christmas lights? How about that? Yeah. All right. See, not that bad. Hopefully it does look good on stream. Today is of course apparently Kick is filled with a bunch of bots. Apparently that's one thing, but you know what, that is one thing that you have to kind of like deal with. So yeah, apart from that, well, let it be, let it just linger on. Who cares? Pretty sure nobody will even end up going to this Discord servers. So yeah, let's just be there in the bottom of this thing, and it's gonna be pushed up. So yeah, anyways, finally I decided to sort out the thing with multiple platform streaming. Finally, that's one good thing. So yeah, I mean, bloody hell. uh, for the amount of time it took me to realize that I think it's time for me to stream on multiple platforms. I could have probably like reached like 1000 subscribers at least on like one platform. But anyways, you know what, yes, it did take some time, and well, yeah, what, one thing is which kind of like a little bit of annoying is kind of like juggling and seeing if all the platforms are working as they should, which is kind of like new to me. But I'm pretty sure, I think after like a month or like a couple of like streams, I'll get used to like more like monitoring. Okay, fine, is this live stream up, is this live stream up as well for that. So yeah, that's that. Apart from that, well, no, nothing really. For some reason, like as you can see, the kick chat is pretty active, pretty damn active. On YouTube is also a little bit chill, but apart from that, yeah, apart from that, pretty fine. So yeah, that's that. I mean, I think It looks actually quite nice. Like when I'm looking on my YouTube live stream, it actually looks quite nice. Yeah, the colors are all fine, look fine. Yeah, not bad. For some reason, I have like a little bit of like this loop here. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I guess because the ring, this thing. Yeah, it's my fucking chandelier that's being lit up. That's why. All right, fine then. So yeah, that's that. Very, very interesting, very weird. But yeah. Anyways, you know what? 3 fucking platforms. Come on now. Come on now. I have to get at least. Not even going for like 10 people. 5 people per stream. That's all I'm asking. So yes, that's that. So yeah. Apart from that, Friday evening, another week has gone by. Yeah, a bunch of people in my group already did the medical checkup, and it's basically like a yearly thing that everybody has to do, for all the groups, to be fair. And my thing is next week, next Thursday. Yeah, I'm not really particularly looking forward to that because like just necessary wastage of money and time, to be fair. But one thing which is a good thing, and it's been there from the first year as well. It's kind of like if you do the medical checkup, you kind of like have the official leave, so like you can miss a class or whatever. But yeah, anyways, like you have to go there and have give like your blood, your urine, your fluorography, and you have to go to the psychiatrist, you have to go to the therapist, and you have to like see, it's like, oh yeah, are you fine, are you fit to fucking interact with people, I guess. Which is kind of like fucking annoying, to be fair, but man, what can you do? It is part of this thing. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, there are ways to like circumnavigate it and not pay the money and do it. But at least like for some procedures, like especially like for flu, you do want to see like, are my lungs fine, are my lungs healthy and stuff like that. So yeah, apart from that, well, I have since the Christmas thing. So yeah, so kind of like decided to kind of like decorate the stream a little bit. I mean, to be fair, last year also did the same thing, and then it was working perfectly fine. Yeah, also started to decorate the apartment as well, a little bit here and there. So yeah, so let's hope I can not disconnect anything. I can like actually show you all. So right now, I mean, this is my setup, and right there is my balcony. So in the balcony, I have set up the lights. Oh my goodness, it actually looks very bright. What the fuck? So yeah, so I have set up the lights. Yeah, looks quite nice. Yeah, I was thinking of using the same lights as I did previous year that I put on the windowsill, but the thing is, the length of it is like 160 centimeters, and this thing is like pretty sure is like how much is it, like from one side of the wall to the other side of the wall, it's like 210 I think, or 230. So it's like even if like I'll put it there, it like wouldn't like look symmetrical, and I'll just like be like gaps on left and the right. So I say, you know what, I'm just gonna put it in the kitchen, and the kitchen like has a proper like the thing that you put the curtains on. I don't know, I forgot the thing it was called about. So like that thing I can actually like tape it, and yeah, I'm pretty sure like I'll end up doing it tomorrow, or basically this weekend. So yeah, so I mean, it's quite nice. I had to buy an extension cord because the outlet on the balcony is too short for it to reach, and yeah, that's one thing actually. The one that I have in the kitchen that I'm going to put it in, right? One thing is like it's perfectly fine because like it's almost like similar like this, but it doesn't have the lights on top. What it has is just like a wire, but what it has is like it has strings coming down, right? But the thing is like it's absolutely fine, right? Everything is good about it, the length, whatever, everything's good about it. But the thing is like where you plug it in, for example, like this thing like starts from here and then ends there, right? And then somewhere here it kind of like has to end and plug it into a socket. That distance on that thing is literally this much. I have no idea who the fuck decided that was a fucking good length to provide for a person, right? But apparently yes, they did that. So it's like, in order to set the thing up, you have to get an extension cord or some way or the other to connect it to fucking electricity. And especially like that thing is like meant to be like put up high up, which is like next to the fucking ceiling, right? So it's like, of course you need to have some sort of an extension cord. and I didn't have that much, so I got one extension cord, and I thought, okay, fine, I'm going to, my initial idea of putting it on the balcony. But I saw it, it's like, oh, it's not going to be enough, and I decided I'm going to put it on the kitchen. It's like I already got the extension cord for this, and it, good thing I did it, because this thing would even, even if I had it, what to say, if I went with this from the beginning, I still would have needed an extension cord. But I need to buy a second fucking extension cord as well to set up the Christmas lights in the damn kitchen, because I don't understand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, if you go to my channel, if you go to my Telegram channel, I'll upload I'll upload a story tomorrow discussing, like, what absolute rubbish is this. Who the fuck thought about this is a good idea to set it up like that? What the fuck? Like, Christmas lights are here, right? And it's like usually end up like putting somewhere like far away from like any electrical socket, and you don't really want to like the lights to start from the electrical socket, right? You want to have like a little bit of a breaker, like, okay, fine, this is the wire, this is the remote box where like controls the different modes of rotor. Then after another like 1 meter, it, the lights start coming, right? Majority like this light, and usually the other lights like this type, right? They usually have that. They usually have, the people who design them have usually the foresight to properly like make them that way. But for some reason that people decide, you know what, maybe actually that the thing is, it's kind of like meant for like, I guess, like bigger places. So they have like provided like it basically has like one thing that you plug the thing into the socket in, and the other end of it has like thing that you plug the thing into. So it's meant to be like connected in like a series. So I guess that's why the thing is short. But why can't you fucking make it like, in case you want to buy a singular one, right? Why can't you like make the thing longer from one side? But meh, whatever. Yeah. I was thinking, oh, you know what, I'm going to buy some, a bit of like, better lights or whatever. But I'm thinking, it's like, I don't really want to spend the money, and I really have, enough lights. So it's like, man, I'm not really going to bother with that stuff. So yeah, apart from that, new Lay's flavor. Lay's apparently is going absolutely hay this winter, and they have introduced Kürünne Krılışki barbecue. So chicken wings, so barbecue chicken wings. This is how it looks. But the taste of it is actually not bad. But yeah, the flavors up here in Belarus is absolutely fucking insane. They just keep on fucking increasing. It's like, what the hell? There's one salad. There's one, let me actually show you all, because I didn't see it in my supermarket. But I did see it, well, like one friend saw it in his supermarket. It's basically a Lay's packet. And the flavor is salad. Chips with the flavor of salad. What the fuck? It is beyond me. I have no idea who the fuck decided in the company, the headquarters or whatever, right? You know what would be a good fucking flavor? Salad. Fucking salad flavor chips. What the fuck? I have fucking absolutely no idea. But meh, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, anyways, streaming on Kick as well. So I'm going to be streaming on 3 platforms. Hopefully here and there I'm going to get these things stuff. That's why actually I didn't really realize I set up the light to kind of like associate with the Kick platform as well. Kind of like green and blue. So yeah, it actually came out like not planned at all. Like by itself it came out. So yeah, so that's it. Apart from that, what else can I say? What's here? Yeah, medical checkup, new flavors release. Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing, which I actually don't really want to sound very typical or whatever. But bloody hell, I have like our class is kind of like our group and another group is kind of like joined together in this medical psychology class, right? And the other group is basically a bunch of Indians. Bloody hell, like I don't really want to be stereotypical, and I'm half Indian as well, but it's like bloody hell, like you can actually smell the curry. I understand it's like, for people who live in the hostel, right? Like if you like end up cooking in the same room, like the flavors get stuck there, because like usually the hostels don't have like a separate kitchen, or it's usually like a common kitchen, right? Like the older hostels especially. So like, of course, your clothes and your things are going to get kind of like that that flavor, that smell, like it's gonna get absorbed into the things and stuff like that. But my goodness, it's just like the stereotype is true. The stereotypes do speak for themselves. Like it's not like even like close or whatever. Like I didn't like he was on like that close. Like my table is here, and that guy's table is, and it's not like his table. He just like was passing by, right? And it's like I couldn't actually like smell the damn curry. And the thing is, like my nose is not even that sensitive. I smoke, so it's like my senses are like not that as good as if for a person who doesn't smoke, right? And I can still I could still fucking smell the damn curry. Bloody hell, shit. Apparently, what I have fucking realized is, Kick is full of bots telling you to join the Discord. That's very interesting. But anyways, what some or the other chatter, some other traffic in the chat, I guess, so it is fine. So yeah, that's that. Jesus, what the hell did I click on? Oh, okay, fine. So yeah, that's it. I mean, to be fair, the process of setting up all the things and making it was actually not that easy. Twitch was easy because it's basically the default thing is. YouTube was a little bit difficult to set up, and Twitch and the Kick was extremely difficult because, and especially as well today, I was thinking it's like, okay, fine, what I'm going to stream on Kick as well. For some reason, the website was not loading. Something or the other, the stream info is not updating as well. So it's like, what the fuck? I'm trying my best to like update at least the title. Forget the tags or forget the the what do you say, the criteria, like for example like just chatting. I couldn't even update that by some luck. I'm pretty sure. Wait, even is Kick even updated? Like, okay, fine, just chatting. Okay, fine. So it's actually good. It's actually updated to some extent. But bloody hell, like even with that, it's like it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. For some reason, Kick is very much troublesome to set up. It refused to properly load the chat. Like for example, like I have like two windows, right? One is like it's going to be like showing over here, and the other one which like I can see it. Apparently they're not even fucking connected somehow. I have to fucking configure them both differently. But anyways, you know what, good. I somehow managed to set up everything. So yeah, so I think for the time being, I think I'll stream on 3 platforms. I think that'll be good enough. I think in the next year, I think after a couple of months, I think I might include some other platform. But so far, 3 platforms, I think it's pretty good. You know what? So yeah, that's that. What else can I say about it? What other topics did I not mention? Yeah. Oh yeah. My goodness, the central heating. That's one thing that I have forgot to mention. The central heating. For example, right now, it's warm. Like I'm sitting next to the radiator, right? But for example, if like I'm in the bed, my bed is right there, right? And I have the radiator right here, which I bought separately because I've been fucking freezing. For some reason, for the past 2 days, I've been fucking freezing my damn ass off. Bloody hell! It's like it's not even like in my house. It's like even outside. I go outside, I'm wearing the same clothes that I wore, a couple of weeks back. Same thing, didn't change anything. It's freezing, man. Fucking hell. And like, yeah, I'm losing a little bit of weight, but like seriously, like even like 200 grams of body fat that you lose, the amount of insulation that you fucking lose is absolutely fucking insane. Like bloody hell. Yeah. I mean, right now I weigh like 75 somethings, like 75.5, right, whatever, and it like fluctuates. But bloody hell, like every time like I go like 100, 150, 200 grams up and down. Oh, bloody hell. So yeah, so from Monday definitely I have to reduce more of the things that I eat and increase times more that I exercise. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's very easy and it's very fun to consume copious amounts of fucking Lays and copious amounts of alcohol because it just flows very easily. But bloody hell is it fucking difficult to fucking end up losing any fucking weight. Fucking hell, man! I swear, like every month, and usually like you're like if you lose like 1 kg per month, it's pretty good, right? But even that like comes at a pretty good like effort. Bloody hell, and especially like if you're like okay fine, you know what, if you're not doing anything, if you're fucking unemployed and don't have anything aspirations in life, you can just lay down there on the fucking couch and yeah sure you can eat less, you can lose weight absolutely right. But like if, for example, if you have to work, if you have to think, if you have to have like solve problems, if you like travel every day like from Monday to Friday, you just oh my goodness. And especially like another thing is which is kind of annoying to be fair, my sleep schedule. Bloody hell, it's like as soon as I can come like sleep, not like sleep, it's like you can like for example like on Monday, right, and like on Tuesday like the class starts at around like let's say like 10, right? Okay fine, you know, I can wake up at like 7 so I can sleep later, right? I can sleep around like 2 3, right? That thing is horrible. My goodness, I should never do that again because like what ends up happening is like I end up sleeping at like 2 3 in the morning. I wake up and then like I don't have enough energy to last for the entire day, so at around like 6 I end up sleeping for 1 or 2 hours. But that like keeps me propped up. It keeps me energy, like it gives me energy to stay another like couple of like 5 hours again. But then after again like and like 2 3 I still feel like I'm not able to, you know, go back to sleep. So what ends up happening is like I fucking still till like 3 4 fucking in the morning, then I have to go to sleep, and it's just like a vicious fucking cycle just repeats. Bloody hell, I want to change it from, you know, from Sunday I'll sleep. I'll go to fucking sleep at like 11 12. That's it. From 11 to 12, that's it. No fucking excuses, no fucking nothing. I'll fucking sleep at this fucking time. Otherwise, ridiculous. You know, 24 basically years of age. And it's very difficult for me to fucking like proper fucking sleep schedule. And the thing is like I want to change it. But things like, oh yeah, you know what, like you kind of like miss like even like 10 minutes fucking counts. 10 fucking minutes even counts. Like I'm fucking annoyed by that. This thing is like it's fucking as soon as you like become, you know, 20, it's just problems and every day something or the other, some or the other problem which you have to fucking solve, and just keeps on happening. New problems arise, and that's it. And the only time that the problems stop coming is when you fucking die. Bloody hell. Imagine I'm fucking 24, I'm already fucking tired and I have not even, you know, achieved the things that I want to achieve, and I'm already fucking tired just doing the bare minimum. But the thing is like the bare minimum just takes so much fucking time, so much fucking energy. Like for example, like cleaning the damn apartment. So much fucking time. And the thing is like I live fine, you know, or usually like by myself. Sometimes or the other I have like some other person coming in. But like usually, right, one person, how much can one person generate waste? You know, or like things get dirty by one person. My goodness, apparently it's just a lot. What the fuck? You know? It just adds up. It just adds up exponentially somehow. What the fuck? You see, it's like okay, fine, everything was clean. Got to see, oh, today this thing's dirty. This thing's dirty. The thing has to be cleaned. It has dust somewhere. A fucking spider decided to build a fucking cobweb. It's like what the fuck, man? And it's like keeps on going, keeps on, never ends, never fucking ends. So it's actually fucking ridiculous. I'm just damn tired, yeah. Just damn tired. But yeah, that's that. I guess that's what life is all about, right? It's about solving problems, and you have to solve problems until the day that you can't solve problems, and then you'll just and then you leave those problems for the new generation to solve. As depressing and miserable that sounds, That's true. So yeah. Bum 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 ba da bum bum bum. Let me just calm the fuck down and you know, not talk. I'm kind of like a little bit of tired from him. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Apart from that, don't know really. What can I say? Bum bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. It's maybe something that's on YouTube to watch. Kind of like in the mood of watching something. Bam 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 bam. Oh. Marquez is uploaded. You know what? Let me watch this. Let me watch some YouTube. In the meantime, y'all guys, yeah. What is this? The boo boo. Was it defining customization makes everything worse?
Hot takes. Internet hot takes. One of those gifts that always just keeps giving. I had a scalding hot take of my own recently, actually. I literally can't picture an iPhone not having a mute switch. Like, sure, you can always do it with software, yes, but that I would bet anyone $1,000,000 right now that the next 5 years of iPhones will all have a mute switch because it's just such a part of the iPhone's design. Yeah, so that was 2022,
a mute
and
switch.
some of you are realizing that immediately the next iPhone that came out, they replaced that mute switch with an action button. So
Bruh.
clearly I was wrong. I don't know who I send that money to, but that's the beauty of the internet is the hot takes just live out there forever. So I went on Twitter and Threads this past week and asked you guys for your hottest takes and got quite a few of them. Some of them kind of cold takes, to be honest, but then some of them ranged all the way up to scalding hot, borderline need to be institutionalized for it type of takes. And I actually agree with some of them, which is really fun. So
What are takes?
let's
What are
just
takes?
dig
Come on.
right into these, shall we? Also, before we do, a little merch shout out. I'm holding the mic because of the basement setup, but this new stuff is all finally live at mkbhd.com, which is very exciting. So check it out.
Apart from shirts, which I would want to actually buy, this one actually looks kind of quite nice. This one not so much. This one also not so much. This one not so much. This one, oh yeah, damn.
And also, I got to give a shout out every time I do one of these videos to Jimmy High Roller. He does these types of hot take videos with basketball takes. So if you want to check out any of that stuff, I'll leave a link below the like button. They're always out there. Inspiration for this series, but here we go. So first take, humanoid robots are not the optimal form factor and are a bad idea. And damn, okay, starting off pretty heavy with this one.
Okay.
And I think my default I think is that I agree with this one.
I mean,
but
yeah, they shouldn't
there's a
really like
whole
properly
section of
resemble a
people who are
person.
watching this who are already typing
Like
in
some
comments about how
proportions
much
can
they
be changed.
disagree. So humanoid robots have been in the news.
Fucking creepy as
quite
fuck.
a
Look at this
bit
fucking shit.
recently. I mean, they've been a thing for years from Boston Dynamics back in the day, and they've gotten more and more advanced all the way up till now. You've probably seen my video on the Neo robot.
Look at that,
which is a soft.
It's creepy on the fuck,
cloth,
straying into your
60-pound
fucking soul.
humanoid chore robot thing. And it's true that humans forever have always like loved the idea, or at least thought about, fantasized about having humanoid robots.
I just realized,
live
is
amongst them, like-
he's speaking into the fucking microphone. I'm like, what the fuck? Is that like a fucking like an MP3 player? What the fuck? That's a fucking microphone.
like from the Jetsons assistant all the way till, you know, what we see in these startups, what they're trying to ship. And the idea is that the world that we've built around us is designed for the human form. All the handles, all the shapes, all the spaces, everything that we've made is designed to fit the human body, which makes total sense. So if you want one multitasking robot that can do everything around you in your life, well then that robot should be human shaped so it can sit right in and grab the same handles and move the same stuff that a human would. The logic is there, but I think the more you think about it, the other side of that logic becomes way more convincing, at least to me, which is that you are unnecessarily inheriting all of the limitations of the human form. So it's kind of cool that you can build like an upright bipedal robot that balances on 2 feet and walks around and grabs stuff. But like, here, use this example. The self-driving car is perfect, right? Like, do you want a car that you can put your humanoid robot in that can drive it? Or do you want the car itself to be the robot? Having a humanoid robot that drives and also has blind spots and also can't see behind it and also can't see all the places humans can't see is not a good idea. But the car being the robot and having sensors and cameras on the front and the back and the sides and reviewing all those things at the same time is clearly a better driver. So really there's just a fork of only 2 possible futures that you believe in with robotics. Either we will have humanoid robots that can do all of the tasks that humans don't want to do anymore, and since it's humanoid shaped, it can fit into human places, and it can do the coffee by using the coffee maker, and then it can do the laundry and vacuum and do all these, load the dishes. It can do everything the way a human could. Or each one of those appliances is the robot, and the coffee maker makes the coffee by itself, and the dishwasher loads the dishes by itself, and the vacuum is a little Roomba on the ground, and all of these things that your humanoid robot could do are now just being done by a specialized robot on their own. And I tend to think that that second one feels like the more likely future. I'm not an expert, clearly, but that's what I think. Even if it is one robot that goes around everywhere that does everything, why not give it 6 arms and 6 legs? Like, why does it have to look like a human and have eyes on the front? That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah,
I think
that's
this is
true,
a
yeah.
good take. So, all right, next take is that the bottom charging port on the Magic Mouse is just fine.
The getting the ergonomics well done and was key.
Okay, this is-
Yeah.
Okay, so the Magic Mouse originally came out in 2009, believe it or not. That was when I was in high school.
Yeah, I remember like
I'm
the
31 now.
the
It's been a
charging
long
port was like
time.
right
This was
here.
A really cool, slim, ultra beautiful mouse. It's the first multi-touch mouse for the Mac, and it had AA batteries in the bottom. So if you ever had the batteries die, you just pop the batteries out and replace them, and it would last 1 to 2 months on a charge. So then in 2015, when they finally updated the Magic Mouse, this is now when I'm a senior in college, they updated it with rechargeable batteries in the bottom. So you could recharge it, and they put that lightning port to recharge the mouse on the bottom of the mouse, which instantly made it one of the most memeable, weird products of all time from Apple. But again, it would last about a month on a charge, and similar to a lot of other products that you don't really have to charge that often, if you ever did need to charge it, you could plug it in
It
for
didn't really matter that
5
much.
minutes and get a couple hours of use out of it. So if your mouse ever did die, you could flip it over and plug it in, and it would be useless for 5 minutes, and then you could go back to using it, and then remember to charge it
It
overnight.
didn't matter that
Full
much.
0 to 100. It would only take like 2 hours. So, you know, that does mean that the absolute worst case scenario would be like you're in the middle of doing something very important and your mouse dies, so you flip it over and plug it in for 5 minutes while you wait for it to charge up, and then you're good to go. Which doesn't seem that bad in a vacuum, But we're not in a vacuum, and that's very important to realize that every single other mouse probably ever made has found a way to charge it while you continue to use it. And that's the reason the
That's
Magic
one thing. It's
Mouse
like they
is
can
so
actually like
ridiculous.
put
And really
the
just the fact that
charging
the
like
Magic Mouse's
right
design
here,
still
but for
now
some
in
reason they didn't do that.
2025 hasn't changed since
I don't know
I was
really.
in
Why the
high
fuck
school.
couldn't they
It's
do that?
still like $80, and it still has all the downsides it has from all those years ago.
Why?
Is
Why not?
Crazy to me. It's wild.
I guess,
that
like,
Apple is a
same thing as
multi-trillion-dollar
principle,
company
like,
and
you know,
hasn't
if it's
updated it.
ain't
Maybe
broken
they'll
now,
make an
don't
announcement
fix it.
someday soon. But as of right now, I cannot say that this is a good take. It's a bad one. Okay, so within 5 years, smartphones
I actually don't agree with
will
that.
be
Yeah.
obsolete, and
Oh, fuck
well,
off. Seriously?
that is
Nah.
definitely a hot take. But it does feel
No
like
way, no way,
there
I
is
don't
an
think so.
entire chunk, like a section of
I don't think
Silicon Valley that is
AI glasses would have
dedicated
fucking replaced the fucking phone. No
to
fucking way.
hedging their bets against this take. Like when you hear Meta talk about smart glasses, the way they talk about it, they really see it as potentially the next big computing platform, and they constantly describe a world where you spend way less time on your phone and you move on to doing most of your interaction with computing and the world around you through these AR glasses. And similar vibes from a lot of other standalone AI device companies, which a lot of them have failed, but the idea is still that you start to use your phone less and less and move on to this new thing. So you can see how
Don't
someone
think
would
so,
think
no.
like, okay, we are starting to see the seeds of like the next big computing platform from a smartphone everywhere around us, and it's just a matter of time
I
before
doubt
one
it.
of them really grows and blossoms and catches on, and everyone stops using their phones. So I get it, but the reason this take is so crazy hot is 5 years. 5 years is a ridiculously short amount
Yeah,
of time.
exactly,
Just
yeah.
as far
It's
as
too short.
the life cycle of these major technologies go, that would be crazy if people stopped using their phones in 5 years. I don't know if you realize how popular smartphones actually
Even like
are
in like
right now. If you think
20,
they'll all
30
be
years,
obsolete
then yeah.
in 5 years. Like this actually reminds me of one of the hot takes from last time, or like 2 years ago. I did this video, and someone's take was that the Cybertruck would outsell the Ford F-150 by 2026, which that obviously aged poorly. But, you know, it didn't seem like that crazy of a take because the Cybertruck had all this hype and it had like 1 million pre-orders. But people don't realize how popular the Ford F-150 actually is. It's been the #1 best-selling truck in America
yeah.
for like 46 years straight.
40,
or something like that.
46,
And I feel like
bloody
this
hell.
take, all it does is
Shit.
just underestimate the popularity of smartphones today. So, you know, maybe there is an explosion of these next AI devices or smart glasses or headsets or whatever it is in the next couple of years. That is totally possible. But smartphones being obsolete in that time, that's going to take a way longer time, even in the most optimistic, futuristic version of things. I think 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, maybe I could see it. But yeah, smartphones
Yeah, 20, 25, 30
are
maybe.
kind of OP. Bad take. Okay, we should celebrate companies, big and small, trying audacious things. Even if they sell it before it's ready. Even if they fail. We need to celebrate companies taking moonshots and not measure everyone on immediate ROI. Huh. This one feels targeted. Is this the Humane Burner account? So this one I think I can break down pretty simply. Like, I've seen this take or this position or this sentiment many times before, actually, that basically we need to be more generally accepting of companies trying new things, because on one hand, so much tech is reductive nowadays. It's all boring. It's all the same as the year before. So when a company actually tries something new, we should always celebrate that. Like, that should get a round of applause, and we should be very excited about it instead of shooting it down before we get a chance to see if it blossoms or not in the future. It might not have amazing success out the gates, but congrats on trying the new thing. Totally valid. But I would just say you should also be careful with how far you want to push that sentiment, because it's very popular in like the corners of like tech optimist Twitter and things like that, where yes, you want to be positive about things, but I, for example, as a reviewer, I'm always looking at things from the lens of should you buy it, should you spend your money on it today. And I did that video not that long ago about the problem with these devices that are shipping before they're ready. It's impossible for me to tell you to buy something before it's ready. I mean, that's one of the core tenets of like how I recommend things, is don't buy it based on the promise of future software updates. So I'm not going to be changing my stance on buying things that aren't ready. There is a section of people that's already very optimistic about every future tech, and that's a totally valid place to come from. So this is a good take, but be careful. Be very careful. All right, Siri. Siri isn't as bad as people make it out to be. Oh man, Siri is not as bad as people. Okay, I want to be so specific with,
I mean, is it bad?
this take. It is a hot take, obviously. I want to separate this into how bad is Siri for real, and also how bad do people really make it out to be? Because let's be real, there's been a million advancements in AI assistants over the past few short years, like Google's Gemini getting way better, more capable, and faster, and ChatGPT, but also Amazon's new Rufus AI-powered assistant, and of course all the game-changing advancements with LLMs that aren't even necessarily
Insane. Look at that.
assistants.
Fuck.
People use Claude and Perplexity and ChatGPT all the time for all kinds of stuff. These things have, in the past few years become super high usage tools and have changed the landscape of business, of commerce, of products and software and the things that we use every day. Like, it's blown up. It's so different than it was 5 years ago. So you would think that a multi-trillion-dollar company / leader in the tech space that is Apple Inc. would be right in the mix, in the thick of it. But it doesn't feel that way at all. It feels like they're very much watching from the sidelines. So here's my take on this. I've been thinking about this for a minute, and I went back and, I have Siri, obviously. I've been playing with this assistant for the better part of a decade now. And Siri is bad, okay, but it is actually pretty functional at, like, the extreme basics, right? When you're just asking a simple factual-based question like, what is the weather in Raleigh?
It's currently clear and 47 degrees.
Okay, so like a super basic one-part question, no logic or thinking involved. Siri can typically do okay at that. And it even used to be way worse. Like, I would ask it things and it would go, let me check that for you, or here's what I found, and it would, like, pull up a wiki article, or like it would Google something and it would be terrible. It's actually gotten better at this stuff, so that's good. And then it can also do things local on the device, especially on the iPhone, pretty well. It can send messages, it can open apps. I can go play Illmerica by Wolfgang Gartner on Spotify. And here's that.
America by Wolfgang Gartner, now playing on Spotify.
And actually starts it and plays it in Spotify. Like, it's doing multi-step stuff and understanding what I'm saying locally on the iPhone. Also things like home automation. If you have HomeKit stuff, that works okay. So, all that to say, if that is all you use Siri for, if all you do is have it send a few messages, open some apps, Google some quick facts once in a while, then you can say that Siri isn't as bad as people make it out to be, because it does everything you want. It seems like it's gotten better over the years, if that's all you do. But obviously, the second you ask it to do anything that's a little bit more advanced, anything that involves any type of reasoning or more than one step, that's when it instantly tries to kick it out to ChatGPT. So if I ask it to draft a quick email to my colleagues to say thanks for a great day,
I'll need to use ChatGPT to write that. Go ahead.
and then it tries to kick it out. No, so don't. Just don't. So, like, the integration into kicking out to other more capable assistants that are not Siri is fine. It's like a Band-Aid patch for now, but that's where all these brewings have been about this need for a better Siri for a long time. Like, it's abundantly clear that Siri has shortcomings, and if you're going to ever take those things upon yourself and make Siri better, Apple's going to have to make some moves, and there's been all these articles about moves that Apple is making behind the scenes. Maybe there's a big update coming, but we haven't seen it yet. I'm really sorry for probably accidentally triggering the Siri on whatever iPhone you have in the room with you many times during this video. It's my bad. So I end up kind of feeling just like the Magic Mouse take, where, like, in a vacuum, it seems fine, but the second you are not in a vacuum anymore, you see how much better everything else outside is, and you realize how bad it is. That's the Magic Mouse, and that's Siri. So for the masses of people who have gotten used to not really doing much with their virtual assistants, which is a lot of iPhone users who just use it to send a couple messages, open an app, play some music, figure out what a song is playing, very basic tasks, then it doesn't seem like it's as bad as they say. So, as crazy as it sounds to say out loud, I guess I guess that is a good hot take. It's impressive. That is truly impressive, internet commentator, for getting me to say nice things about Siri. But if you have other hot takes, I want to hear them. Let me know in the comments section below. It might be fun to gather some of those for the next video. You know what isn't a hot take, though? The fact that there is a ton of interesting stuff happening right now with channel partner Ridge. Watch this. So I'll explain this in a second. But first, it's Ridge's biggest sale.
Advertisement. Okay, what do you have? Version Elf. Oh, it's actually quite interesting.
Моя работа слушать космос Байкала. Смотреть и слушать. Ага, Соболь появился, пришел в Соболь. Здорово. А вот белки подтянулись. Здесь горностай пошел в миграцию. Ага, зайцы, все, зайцы на месте. Ну, а лисицы наши, они тут как бы всегда при нас. Здесь живем. Уже, получается, почти 38 лет.
One thing that I actually want to say is, bloody hell, look at this view. I don't know, like something like as simple as this, just watching like you see like three boats on like a very like small beach, and just the vastness, and it's a fucking lake that too, and you just see the vastness of it. It's like, bloody hell. It just gives me something. It just gives me that feeling of like calmness, which I don't know. It's very difficult to kind of like describe and explain, to be fair. So, okay, fine.
Не, ну вот когда пересекаешь Байкал, там совершенно другие ощущения, нежели когда ходишь вдоль берега. На разных берегах может быть разная погода и переход через море. Ну, вы уже слышали, что мы местные называем Байкал морем. Неукачивает сказочное счастье. Укачивает. Здравствуйте, меня зовут Юрий Гороховский. Я работаю в Баргузинском заповеднике государственным инспектором. Стал я в процессе работы уже госинспектором, а когда пришел на работу в 1987 году в заповедник, я был лесником. То есть начинал работать в заповеднике лесником. Фактически все мои родственники, начиная с деда, работали в заповеднике. И вот эти рассказы, конечно, наших стариков, они отложили им такой, видимо, интерес к этой работе. Ну и также пришел работать в заповедник. Заповедное Подлиморье было образовано в 2012 году. И в это учреждение вошли 3 особо охраняемых природных территории. Это Баргузинский заповедник, Забайкальский национальный парк и на севере туда выше Фролищенский заказник. Мы находимся в Баргузинском заповеднике. Там Баргузинский хребет. Это фактически восточная граница заповедника. Здесь перед нами вот полевая база Давша, бухта Давше. Я в ответе на данный момент только за территорию Баргузинского заповедника. Территория, акватория заповедника, акватория Байкала. 15 тысяч гектар, мой участок работы. И моя основная задача, это, конечно, охрана территории заповедника. Ну, на Байкал выхожу, понятное дело, охраняя акваторию. Значит, смотришь первым делом перемещение транспорта. Неважно, байдарки это там, еще что-то. Потом обращается внимание, конечно, на места, где вдруг, если там какие-то туристы прошли там или вот обнаруживаются, чтобы там они, ну, где-то костер не оставили или еще что-то такое. То есть эти места просматриваешь. Потом, конечно, идешь вдоль берега, там орлан поднялся, скопа поднялась, там эти самые утка с утятами, там средний крохоль там или гоголь. Это все замечается, как бы фиксируется. Ну, такой широкий взгляд на мир, скажем так. В принципе, наша работа травмоопасна, это да. И на воде, и на земле, и тушение пожара тоже опасно. На воде шторм тоже опасно. Ну и в том числе, конечно, еще с людьми работа, она дополнительные всякие вызовы за собой несет. Человек несет свою работу, исполняет ее добросовестно, функцию инспектора несет. То есть он, получается, все равно для большинства людей враг. А это опасно. Служба охраны заповедника, государственный инспектор Гороховский Юрий Владимирович.
Я его знаю, да.
У вас разрешение на кабанию, да? Все хорошо, спасибо. Вы меня порадовали, что у вас разрешение есть. Ладно, всего доброго вам.
А не нужна картошка?
Что?
Картошка.
Нет, спасибо.
Не, она просто у нас лишняя, много.
Может, мешок яблок у вас лишний? Я шучу. Нет, спасибо, нет, у нас все свое есть. Если выходишь куда-то в автономию, ну, в лодке, если я еду, то у меня все есть. Там топор, пила, газ, там спички, котлы, чайники, все эти, все с собой. То есть рассчитываешь исключительно на автономию. Потому что здесь ушел куда-нибудь, вот у нас граница заповедника на север, 80 километров отсюда, например. Туда ушел, и шторм. А может, осенью может быть и день, и два, и три этот шторм. Соответственно, у тебя и продуктов запас должен быть соответствующий на это время. Все, можно закругляться.
Молодец.
Beautiful fucking scenes. Like, look at this fucking shit. Fucking hell, man. Bloody hell. I don't know. I would want to visit it, definitely. Look at that. Look at this fucking shit, man. Fucking hell. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
А на вас никогда не хотели наброситься?
Ну, было там пешней тыкали зимой, там пытались, значит, как-то так. Ну, каждый раз по-разному. Невозможно это все предсказать. Предвосхитить, какие наклонности у того или иного нарушителя. В общем, психологические, там, физические или там еще какие. Не, ну, во-первых, группа, если была бы какая-нибудь попытка воздействия физического, конечно бы я воспользовался служебным оружием. Все. Че остается-то больше? Ничего не остается. Ну, это МР-71, пистолет служебный. Мне нравится весь бренд Байкал написано. Так что все в стиле. Но, слава богу, мне не довелось его применять. Помимо всего прочего, еще занимаемся учетом животных. Уже много лет подряд я веду учет медведей. Какие-то особенные есть медведи по раскрасу, есть абсолютно такие блондинистого вида, какие-то рыжие, то черные с пятнами. Это все, конечно, такие черты, которые они узнаются. Бояться надо, но виду подавать не надо. Убегать, конечно, сломя голову не надо, это точно. Это опасный зверь, несмотря на всю иногда буро-пушистость. Первые средства все-таки
What do you mean by Lucas Submagul?
То есть фальшфейеры, это вот, я что называю, нелетального действия, это отпугивающий
Like request for what?
элемент, хорошо действует на медведя. Другое дело, когда голодный год, конечно, у них в этом случае предпочтение, то есть пожрать чего-нибудь, преобладает над чувством опасности.
Like I play
Вот здесь мы
game
видим
and you play it on stream.
экскременты
The
медведя.
thing is,
Медведям
I would
каннибализм.
definitely, well,
Прошлый год был
be happy to play something, but unfortunately I'm running the stream of a laptop which doesn't have the specifications to play any high-end game. So that's the thing. I mean, if you request something to watch, that I can do, but to play, it's going to be quite difficult.
малокормный, а в малокормные года каннибализм усиливается в популяции. И мы здесь наблюдаем в экскрементах медведя, шерсть медведя. Видимо, более мощный медведь забил более мелкого и слабого и съел. Вот шерсть теперь вот в экскрементах, видите?
YouTube, you know,
Каннибализм,
yes,
он
definitely,
постоянно
but
присутствует.
the
То есть
amount of
медведь
requests in the next
взрослый,
step you
он
can
не пройдет мимо, если есть возможность пришибить
Yeah,
своего
sure, give me
мелкого
the name
или
the name of
пистолета
it.
какого-нибудь.
I might look into it.
А уже когда идет, как говорится, борьба за жизнь, там просто все очень сурово. То есть самый сильнейший выживает.
I mean, if
Ну,
it'll
здесь вот
run
мы
on the laptop, sure, why
реальные
not?
результаты
I want to test it.
естественного
Haven't
отбора.
actually played the game in a
Слабейший
long
погиб,
time.
оказался в экскрементах.
Let's see. Actually, it might
Вот
run,
такой
might not.
типичное зимовье для территории заповедника, где зимой и летом на
Let's see.
полевых
Okay, fine. Let me
работах
pause this one right quick. Strike. Global tactic. Tactic ops. What is it? What fucking rubbish is this thing? Okay. Jesus, some of the other things going to fucking. Why? I don't need AI fucking to tell me. Fuck off now. Tactical operations Counter-Strike. Ah. Isn't it like the, what you say? The, not the remake, but it's like a dumbed down version of CSGO, right? Isn't it? Like a counterfeit CSGO, I feel like. Counter-Strike. Game Jolt because it's on the, yeah, something, yeah. I think like I played it on like an, Jesus, how long was that? I think like 5 years ago or something. I played it on the mobile, I think. Yeah, it's on Game Jolt. Let me see. Game Jolt. What is this? Game Jolt. Share your creations. All right. Oh, allows me to fucking sign in stuff. You need to sign in, just click search. Okay, fine, search. All right, fine then. So global tactic. Global. Global strategic ops. Okay, what is it? All right, so this is something like this. Global strike, global tactic ops. Void Lantern. Yeah, Void Lantern Studios, yeah. Views 104 likes 1. This actually looks, wait a minute, this looks very different from the one that I'm usually, what? So like it's on the PC? Counter-Strike, Global Tactic Ops, Counter-Strike 3. Step into the high stakes of world tactical warfare where every move counts. Engage in, okay, fine, multiple game modes. Okay, fine. Okay, so I guess it's like a new game, I guess. It's a game, but it can run well on laptop. Only 300 MB. Well, wait, is it? Ah. It's a new game, yeah. Okay, fine. I actually might end up playing it. But I don't know, 104 views, 1 like. Is it like a pretty new game or I don't know. I haven't like heard about this. Wait a minute. What? If it's like a remake of like CSGO, it's like a counterfeit thingy, like I'm pretty sure I should have at least like saw some screenshots of it about it. But for some reason I can't really. Very new, yeah. I mean, it does kind of like resemble okay, emulator, yeah. I mean, yeah, actually, I can actually try. Actually, I haven't even like tried CS:GO actually ever in my life, so I think I can actually try it. Will play it. I mean, is it available on Steam? If it's available on Steam, then yeah, sure, I will download it. Because I'm not particularly interested in downloading something from a site which I don't trust. So yeah. Game Jolt. Oh, that's one thing. I mean, so why is it only available on Game Jolt and not on Steam? I mean, if it's free and it's only like 300 MB, right? Why is it not available on Steam? Yeah, Carlo, what's up? I mean, I have like, if like the laptop is gonna handle it. I can sure do that, but the thing is like I don't have like a separate thing. So it's like if I play something and the stream is going to be running, well, I don't really want to explode the damn laptop, you know? That's the main thing. And especially just right now the laptop is pretty hot. So yeah, I mean it's a lower spec laptop, so you really can't really demand much of it. Yeah, how are you doing? I'm doing perfectly fine. How are you doing this Friday evening? So yeah. So the thing is like favorite game, I think Minecraft, yeah. But as of now, I don't have the like the friends that I usually play with kind of like busy, so we don't have the server up and running. Otherwise, we usually do. Yeah. Yeah. So that's saying like if it's up on Steam, I can download it, no problem. I can actually play it. But yeah, that's the thing. It should basically like basically it shouldn't burn the damn laptop down. That's the main thing. That's the main thing I'm worried about. Like I can play something, but it shouldn't burn the laptop down, and it shouldn't lag the fuck out of it. Yeah. Cool and Valorant. Where are you from? I'm from Russia. Ooh, COD. Oh my goodness, yeah. My favorite COD is Black Ops 1. Valorant, I haven't played it actually, yeah. My goodness, Valorant. Oh my goodness. Pero. Yeah. Where are you from actually? Nia Carlo Nico. Pum 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 pata pata pum pum. I'm from the UK. Oh, how is it there? How's the weather actually? Is it also same, you know, cold, miserable, cloudy, grey as it is here in Belarus? I'm currently in Belarus, so yeah. I mean, yeah, right? Because like the climate is almost the same, so I guess you're also heading up to winter right now. Is there any snow actually? One thing actually which I want to kind of like do is reduce the size of the fucking chat box. Look how fucking huge this thing is. Jesus Christ. It's good and cool. Oh, how cold is it? How cold is it? Because right now it's like actually how cold is it? Right now it is -1, feels like -5. Can I just suggest you something? Yeah, sure. Suggest right away. I'm a small streamer, so I'm open to suggestions. Yeah. I mean, it does look like the chat box, and like it's pretty huge on this side, but like it feels like there's just too much garbage on one side. So yeah. I don't know how can I mean, I can minimize it by like dragging the damn chat box down, but it's like, you know, if I yeah, thinking of something change your profile, like cool pictures. Oh, okay, fine, sure. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for the suggestion. Much appreciated. Yeah, something is like, I don't know, like maybe like half the weight of the chat box, like right about here would be good. Yeah. And even like even this is fine, I guess. But just like it's like it's coming like to my fucking head. So yeah. So okay, fine then. Whatever. Before are you interested? I had to see your portfolio. I had to see what you can do. If I'm interested, I will, you know, what you say, message you. So yeah, fine then. Back to the video.
Сотрудники находят приют, отдых, безопасное жилище. 93-й год, когда был вот
Is that a
голодный,
shower? What the
медведи
fuck?
были голодные, они громили наши зимой по территории заповедника. И все, что что-то мало-мало напоминало еду, где-то чайник, он там заваркой, может быть, пахнет, да, заваривать чайник прямо в чайнике, или там кастрюльки, котелки, и он буквально все это попрокусывал, это все прокусано зубами, видите, вот такой дуршлаг получается, медвежьи зубы.
Oh fuck, that's so fucking
Ложкой
bad.
свернул тоже
Jesus.
так же.
What?
Долизывал ложкой, медведи так облизывают ложки. В 2008
Holy
году
fucking
была такая
shit.
же примерно ситуация, и тогда было нападение на сотрудника метеостанции. Слышит там шум, гам, собака визжит, забор скрипит, выбегает в собачьем вольере, у него медведь сидит, а собаку там давит. Вот, а между медведями им только вот стенка сетки. А у него, ну,
Yes, yes,
одностволка.
sure. I'll check it out.
Он с этой одностволкой стреляет вверх, чтобы отпугнуть медведя. Медведь бросает собаку, этот заборчик сетчатый так роняет и стоит уже перед ним. Тот как бы перезарядить ружье вроде надо. А там цевьё надо так отстегнуть, пружинку оттянуть и переломить ружье. Но не до конца пружинку оттянуть. Но в таком нервике, конечно, где-то что. Он потянул эту пружинку сильно, у него это цевьё отваливается, ствол вываливается. И
Fucking,
ружье
that's
вот так
fucking insane.
разворачивается. И медведь уже все возле него так вот и приподнимается. И он тут это вот не потерял присутствие духа все-таки парень. Еще подумал, какую правую или левую руку. Он прочитал уже живо, что нужно впасть медведю руку засунуть. А он еще анализирует, какую правую и левую. И за язык его схватил. Медведь, видимо, шалел вот такой. И потом просто вот так вот его оттолкнул так, тоже не сильно, как говорится, не с размаха ударил. Ну, достаточно было, чтобы пробить
I'll
куртку и
send it
там,
after the stream.
ну, снес кожу. Вот он отлетел просто, и медведь убежал. Это было нечто. Но парень, конечно, он сначала такой весь на адреналине, а потом, когда адреналин начал отступать, его колотун такой пришел. Но все равно крепкий на психику оказался. И он потом закончил охотоведение и пошел работать в нашу систему. Если не совру, он сейчас, по-моему, зам по охране в национальном парке Берингия работает.
А куда вы сейчас управляете?
Мы сейчас пройдем до границы заповедного ядра, до границы, до северной границы заповедной акватории. Просмотрим побережье. Зайдем в реки, посмотрим. Но мы будем останавливаться, выходить, смотреть все наши опорные пункты. Я уже говорил, что востребованы рыбные ресурсы. На рынке они хорошо стоят. Взять их довольно легко получается на Байкале. И поэтому, что у нас сильно не было легко им взять, приходится более плотно присматривать за акваторией. Потому что в наших реках и нерестятся рыбы, и выходит в Байкал потом. И это будет неистощимое пользование. Заповедники размножаются, а люди рыбачат где-то за пределами заповедника, могут поймать эту рыбу. То есть она всегда будет. Это также касалось и соболя. Когда заповедник организовывали, соболь здесь охраняется, размножается спокойно. Пик численности достигает, начинается миграция за пределы заповедника. И учитывая, что заповедник существует, то фактически пользование ресурсом получается неистощимое. Вот это вот основная идея заповедных территорий. Рыбаки,
Yeah, sure, sure. Don't worry about it.
там эти китайские сети, они...
Don't worry about it,
Если
не.
какая-то опасность или шторм, что-то они бросили, сети потом находят своих жертв уже задолго после того, как их бросили те же браконьеры. Это бизнес, собственно говоря, идет, рыбный бизнес. И поскольку запрет, например, они сети ставят, значит, незаконный бизнес. Сейчас в связи с тем, что такие скоростные катера, Байкал становится, конечно, очень маленьким. К любому виду коммерческий интерес появится. Вот к соболю появился коммерческий интерес, чуть на ноль не свели его. Вот благодаря заповедник создали, вот, и стало более-менее отношение к охране природы соответствующее. Вот, и тогда он, конечно, как-то воспрял.
I will calm
Если
down.
мы не будем охранять, то есть какой-то ресурс, к которому очень повышенный коммерческий интерес, его тоже
It's a
нам
fox.
нужно.
Oh, look at that.
Моя задача, честно говоря, первым делом, чтобы не допустить. Пусть они не смогут, вот пусть они эти сети бросят, но все равно, чтобы они сети не поставили в заповедник, потому что все равно даже ту рыбу, которая она живая в сетях, я просто сети
Okay, fine, you know what?
разрезаю, эту рыбу
Gonna have refill.
всё,
Gonna take a
она
piss.
уходит,
I'm
да,
back.
уходит,
2 minutes.
уходит. Но все равно повреждение, гибнет все равно какая-то рыба. Эти брошенные сети, они тоже еще ищут своих жертв, что называется. Ну хорошо, эту выбросило. Байкал выбросил, как этот негодный мусор. Серебристая чайка с такой вот сетью, запутавшейся вот здесь вот на основании клюва. Сеть болталась, и она пока в процессе жизни где-то она насобирала там эти всякие палки, там что-то такое, все это вот подвеска так за ней таскается. Я стоял на точке наблюдения, и она прилетела ко мне буквально вот она летела, летела и доворачивала ко мне. И села совсем рядом вот так вот на камне, совсем вот рядом. И она так села и замерла. Но явно так вот за помощью прилетел. Я из лодки буквально, ну, на лодке сначала сам пешком, то есть подхожу, она не улетает. Так вот, что-то с ней еще разговариваю там. У нее инстинкт самосохранения в последний момент срабатывает, и она улетает. И опять круг сделает, опять рядом садится. И опять рядом, ну, это бесконечно там лазил за ней, да пока солнце не зашло, а она никак. Вот. Но вот эта штука болтается, и явно она при взлете, и она наступает на нее, он так дергает. Ну, мучение для птицы. Ну, тоже вот кусок сети. Такая маленькая трагедия опять произошла на Земле. Ну, или тот же мусор. Все эти шарики, которые запускают на праздники. Просто я диву даюсь, неужели до сих пор это все происходит? А я... Здесь у нас удаленная местность. Туда 150 километров, сюда 150 километров от этих населенных пунктов. Мусор по берегу собираю, полиэтилена полно. То есть вот Байкал выбрасывает. И этих шариков там с этими ленточками полно. Я помню, в советское время еще, ну не советское уже, все, на излете Советского Союза пошли эти красные бутылки, кетчуп пошел в таких бутылках красных-красных. Берег просто был, ну, просто бешеное количество этих бутылок красных. Медведи их пытались жевать там что-то, то для них это тоже была новинка. По Байкалу едешь на снегоходе, например, и смотришь, что-то бежит. По льду что-то бежит такое, в бинокль берешь, а это пакет. Раздулся вот так, и ветром его несет в берег. Вот примерно так.
I'm back.
Собираем его в мешки на полевой базе, концентрируем. Потом катером вывозим в Монахово. В Монахово там контейнеры. Ну, в национальном парке уже предусмотрена схема вывоза мусора. Ну, конечно, стыдно, что лежит тут мусор у нас на дороге, на экологической тропе. Но опять же, все от каждого зависит, что мусор, следите за своим мусором, собирайте его хотя бы, если нет переработки, но в местах концентрации, чтобы собиралось, чтобы он не заполнял, не засорял природу, не засорял эти виды красивые. Конечно, лучше, когда тихо, спокойно, солнышко светит, и он такой весь умиротворенный. И ты также себя чувствуешь, кстати, вот, когда идешь в тихую погоду, значит, смотришь в заповеднике, все в порядке, и наступает такое несколько умиротворение, что да, все хорошо. У нас все хорошо. Минуют радости, невзгоды и ненастья. Все в мире кончится когда-то, но пока меня укачивает сказочное счастье. Большая чаша голубого родника. Меня укачивает сказочное счастье. Большая чаша голубого. Ай. Укачивает. В межсезонье мы здесь с Ириной, с женой остаемся вдвоем. Максимально здесь жило, наверное, 120 человек где-то вот у нас. Здесь была начальная школа, почта, телеграф, аэропорт, библиотека, клуб. Вы видели там на здании еще написано «клуб». Даже кино показывали. А сейчас здесь только вот функциональная группа осталась. То есть мы живем все в служебных домах. Тут у нас собственности ни у кого нет. Дома служебные. Здесь приезжают в дома, значит, вахтовые группы инспекторов, ученые. На зиму наша численность сокращается до 2 человек, а летом или зимой мы размножаемся. Вас считаем раз, два, три. Значит, нас уже 5. Фенологов считаем, к ним сын приехал, это уже 8. И инспекторы у нас раз, два, три, 4. 12 человек. Все структуры вышли отсюда, когда грянула перестройка, и, что называется, пришел капитализм. Все посчитали сразу, выгодно, невыгодно. Все, невыгодно. Лавочка закрыта. Нам и так сказали, что дальше сами выживайте. Вот так примерно. Много людей поехали, конечно, искать уже что-то другое, лучше. А тут вроде ты как-то это самое, вроде, ну, бросить это же как-то неправильно. Вот, как могли, держались и держали. Главное, заповедность нам удалось, как говорится, удержать на высоком уровне. Не уронить, что называется. Где бы что там ни пыталось какое-то шкуродерство пролезть, пресекали, останавливали, не давали развиваться этому. Объединение произошло, стало ФГБУ «Заповедное Подземорье», объединенная дирекция, значит, Забайкальского национального парка, Баргузинского заповедника и Фролихинского заказника, и она находится в Усть-Баргузине. И с этого момента фактически у нас как бы началась новая жизнь. Четкое такое, ориентированное на какое-то благоустройство именно в этот период. Но оно оправдалось на самом деле. Я считаю, что это как раз заслуга новой дирекции, что она грамотно расставила приоритеты и выполняет свою работу соответственно. Нашли, где я живу? Это хорошо. Ну вот, действительно, дом, в котором я живу. Моя семья живет. Дети жили здесь, все. Немудреное хозяйство, тут вот баня, как бы обеспечивающая наш быт. Хозяйственные постройки, там кур держали. Но над окнами это... Не подумайте, что у нас такие большие комары, все это москитные сетки. Это сетка для того, чтобы медведи быстро в дом не забежали. Она опускается, разворачивается, закрепляется, и на окнах получается сетка. Так. Ну вот так вот в доме у нас. Где готовим пищу, пожалуйста, вот это вот так вот. Газовая плитка и газовый баллон. Все, здесь печка, вот на печке зимой готовим в основном. Экономим газ. Что-то очень, ну, довольно много выращиваем на огороде. Ближайший магазин 150 километров. Вот, приходится ездить и закупаться продуктами на довольно длительный период. Но у нас информационное обеспечение, конечно, сейчас есть интернет, и какие-то новости можно узнать из интернета, да. Но телевизионную тарелку мы как-то принципиально вот решили не брать и не берем. Достаточно какие-то новости там в письменном варианте узнать вполне хватает. Ну, тут Ирина, у меня жена, занимается цветами, поэтому у нас вот так вот все в цветах. Любит она, это ее любимое дело. Здесь живем уже, получается, почти 38 лет. Я нашел просто, ну, просто вот эти вот, что называется, огоньки охраны природы в ней. Они мне запали. Она у меня совершенно такого нет, ни паркетного склада. Ей близок вот этот вот, все, вот этот шелест листа, шум воды, песня птиц. И она это все видит, это все слышит, это все понимает, что немаловажно. То есть она, может, не исключаю, что она тоже повлияла на какой-то, на мою работу, на мое становление, на мое видение, в конце концов. Она училась в Москве и участвовала во всех делах дружины охраны природы при МГУ. Ну, тут, кажется, мы в унисон звучим. Когда тут одни находимся, можно сходить, там, рекогносцировочный круг сделать, посмотреть, какие обитатели рядом с поселком живут, там, кто там. Ага, ну, последний медведь, след зарегистрировать, ушел он, не ушел спать, наконец-то, надоело уже тут ходить. Ага, соболь появился, пришел в соболь, здорово, ага, тут тоже соболь живет. А вот белки подтянулись. Здесь горностай пошел в миграцию. Ага, зайцы, все, зайцы на месте. Ну, а лисицы наши, они тут как бы всегда при нас. А то эти самые выдры пройдут, там лыжню свою на льду оставят. Зимой же хорошо читать эту книгу. Вспомните Формозова, да, среди животных там, вот идешь и читаешь, это буквально, что происходит, кто что тут делал. Иногда смотришь, лед тонкий вот такой еще на Байкале, тоненький, росомаха чешет своими большими лаптями. Оглядывает так берег. Ну, явно нас почуяла. И по горам-то здесь трудно ей идти. Она решила морем нас обойти. И мы ее наблюдали, как она бежит по Байкалу. Одного гида есть такая фишка. На смотровую выходим, когда все что-то все рассказали. Теперь объявляем 2 минуты молчания и слушаем природу. И все замирают, и тишина, и все слушают. И действительно, когда разговариваем, это одно. А замолчали, и мы слышим, как другие разговаривают. Птицы там, где-то кто-то свистнул, бурундук какой-нибудь свистнул, еще что-то, кто-то щелкнул там. И вот так. Так что слушай.
Любимая часть работы.
Это когда я прошел заданный маршрут своей, значит, ответственности по акватории, например, и не встретил нарушений, и вижу, что когда люди стоят, например, за аншлагами, то есть они читают, и вот эта пассивная форма охраны действует, законопослушные ребята стоят за границей, это самая любимая часть работы. Я вернулся, протоколов нет, но я зато вижу, что люди уважительно относятся к заповеднику, и вот это радует всегда.
Нелюбимая часть работы.
Вот нелюбимое как раз обратно, когда ты едешь, все выставлено, все обозначено, все показано, и какой-то такой весь считает, что ему все можно, вот все-таки залазит в этот заповедник, и приходится именно вот как-то воспитывать. Это нелюбимая такая обязательная часть работы, но она, я не скажу, что она любима.
Где вы учились?
Школу я заканчивал в Усть-Баргузине, поступил в Восточно-Сибирский технологический институт на промышленное гражданское строительство. Через курс обучения я понял, что это совершенно я не там. И переориентировался на после армии, же в армию сходил, переориентировался на охотоведение. Вот Иркутский сельскохозяйственный институт. И как раз со своими какими-то амбициями, что ли, пришел работать в заповедник.
Вы работали в офисе?
Нет. Нет. Я не могу представить даже, если только уборщиком в офисе. Потому что я здесь в большей степени тоже уборщик, как и все мы инспектора здесь, начиная с Забайкальского национального парка. Но мы просто много мусора собираем по берегам Байкала. Наверное, там бы был бы уборщик и строил бы за то, что мусор там где-то кто-то не так кидает или что-то не так сделал.
Сколько вы зарабатываете?
Скрывать нам особо нечего. Что-то в ячейках там не видели миллиарда? Не видели? Ну вот я тоже не видел. Поэтому думаю, где-то, ну, может быть, если от 40, если в вилку, даже может быть от 35, может быть, до 45, может быть, это будет правильная вилка. Забыл. А вдруг, если премию дадут, то может до 50. Вот. Ладно. А если, может быть, даже чуть-чуть побольше? Ну, не важно. То есть нулей больше не станет. Нет.
Чем вы займетесь, если решите оставить эту профессию?
Я и так уже пенсионер. Но пенсионерить надо активно. Я думаю, что-нибудь займусь. Найду какое-нибудь зеленое лесничество где-нибудь. Кому-нибудь что-нибудь буду рассказывать. А еще есть у меня мечта, когда все свободно будет. Я всегда завидую тем людям, которые вольно гребущиеся на байдарках идут в тишине в этом космосе, в Байкальском, по берегам, не спеша, в круг Байкала. Такая мысль. Надо будет пройти.
Что в работе главное?
Очень важно удерживать отрицательные эмоции. Как бы там он отрицательно не воспринимал тех же браконьеров, но эмоции свои удерживать. Первым делом это все-таки люди, все человеки, правильно?
Что каждый из нас может сделать для природы, чтобы ей стало
It's just
лучше?
beautiful.
Ну,
Absolutely
каждый из
beautiful.
нас может сделать самое
lake is
простое,
fucking
это
gorgeous.
контролировать мусор свой. Не разбрасывать его где ни попадя. И хотя бы доносить до мест, которые специально отведены для его концентрации. Чтобы это вот не бросали. Вот, из машины выбросят, там, просто из кармана выбросят, окурок покурил, выбросил. Вот это все контролируется. Это хотя бы минимальное, что человек может сделать. Но максимально это уже, конечно, как говорится, в потолке желаний. Вот как бы нам баланс цивилизации и природы сохранить. Или самое главное, может быть, чтобы мы все-таки человечность как-то не потеряли. Чтобы поняли, что наша природа, пока она есть, то и наши, и мы есть, и возможности наши есть, и все есть.
Gorgeous, absolutely fucking gorgeous. Jesus Christ. Ah, Fisherman's Life. Let's go.
Well, it's a little bit late today. It's 12:10 in the afternoon. Sun sets about 4:45 now with daylight savings time. But we're still going to try to go crabbing. 6 of the XL double loop Promar net. All of our buoys ready to go. Some salmon carcasses from when we went salmon fishing. All right, now the part that can kind of make me forget to talk. Taking my Quells, 1 pill.
Seasickness.
1 hour before I get on the water. That should be good. 12:13. Paul should be back any minute. We'll start heading over to Half Moon Bay.
We'll probably need to do that.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've been to Half Moon Bay. Everybody's ending their day. We're just beginning. Usually I don't like to launch on this side because there's a lot of silt and sand and stuff, but I think they did a lot of dredging, so it should be clear, and it's high tide, so we should be fine. All right, boat's in the water. I think it's the latest I've ever launched.
Nicely done.
If you want to start taxiing this out there, I can start getting the bait ready.
Sounds great.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, just for today. This is the salmon we caught? Nice. Still a little bit frozen. Some herring that Paul caught earlier this year. So I'll put them in and I'll break them up a little bit just so some of the blood can flow around. Let me get these bait bags loaded up too before we get out to the open ocean. Pretty much good to go. Alright, it's 2:04. I wanted to drop our first pod around 2:40, so it looks like we are ahead of schedule. And we just need to get to the spot now, and then we'll be able to do 3 pulls or so. 3 pulls, 6 nets, 80 to 150 feet. I mean, we could go like 60 to 80 to 100 to 120 or something like that.
Yeah, all those roughly 150 feet long.
Yeah, there's not too much water movement. I think we'll be okay. And then if one depth produces better, we'll concentrate on that area.
My goodness, I can't just
It was supposed to be nicer.
wait to get my hands on a fucking board, man, and just experience this. Bloody hell. Oh. Even like such a small boat like this,
Should be
just
about
the freedom of
65
just
feet
going on
deep
the
from
water. Usually,
And we're
we
not
would
quite as
not
far as we
get the
wanted
opportunity to just
but
go
as
freely.
long as it's sandy on the bottom, which it looks
My
like
God.
it is, I think we'll have some luck. And we got 150 feet of line on each coil. How about you scope out the line behind us, make sure that's all straight, and then I'll get the bait in the trap, and once you're scoped out, I should have that bait ready to drop.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good. Perfect.
So here we go.
Thank you.
Paul just bought these new Promars, and he tied a big loop at one end, so you can loop the entire coil through here, so you don't need a clip. Pretty nice. Oh, actually, this is nice because on the bottom of this net, you can put the bait right in the middle. Sometimes your bait's too big, or sometimes there's a weight in the middle, and then you'll have to put your bait bag on the bottom, but then it's flopping all over the place. But now we know it's perfectly centered, so the crabs won't be able to eat it from the outside. We went through an area with a bunch of whitecaps, but past that about a mile, and man, it's calm. Here we go. All right, mark it. You want to go down? Let's go to 80. Let's do 5-foot increments. We got 6, so 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. I haven't gotten any intel where the crab are. I probably could have asked some people, but it's fun finding it on your own. So we're going to find the right depth. And if one depth produces more for us, then we'll concentrate in that general area. 240 right now, so right on schedule. 93 feet here. Drop it. We got 3 more. We're at 75, 80, 95. So we didn't make it all the way down. We were trying to go to San Gregorio, but we kind of made it towards Tunitas, a little bit south of Martins Beach. I don't see any crab buoys here, so we'll be the explorers today. So the other day, Paul bought a coil of 1,800 feet of this leaded line for 200 bucks, and this is a good way to connect 2 lines together, or if you're making a loop, splice it. Runs through the crab puller a lot easier that way too. Okay. Yeah, after we drop this one, we'll make our way back real slow, and then that'll be 30 minutes between pulls, maybe more. So we got 150 feet of line for each crab net. We're gonna drop this one at 120 feet. So that 30 feet of scope, is that enough? What's the real rule for scope for your line? How much extra should you have? Because when the current starts ripping, there's a special amount of scope that you have that you're supposed to use so your buoy doesn't get pulled under. But it doesn't look like it's very rough today, and there's not too much water movement, so. Just put our way back.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. 305. So by the time we get to the first one, 310, 315, that'll be a good 35 minutes. So enough to at least let us know if there's a crab or 2 around. Probably got like a 2-mile spread between these, huh?
Yeah.
2 mile at least. All right, we're coming up on the first one we dropped at 240. It's 320, 40 minutes. See if we got any crab on this one. There's Martins Beach. I feel like we should be south a little bit more, but hey, if we get crab here, it's fine. Perfect. All right, here we go. There it comes. I don't see any crab in there though. Uh-oh, all short on the first pull. 320, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe that wasn't enough. You wanna break this? Getting bigger. Getting bigger. We got at least 2, maybe 3. All right. Found them. Let's drop the other ones here.
Okay, here? Woo! I think we should drop one here.
One here.
And hold one back.
Okay. Yeah, sure. How deep was that one?
That one was 95, I believe.
I think 95. Yeah. All right, good. We're getting a little deeper. More crab. We got 1 keeper only on that one, which is fine. 5% to our limit.
Oh, kids. Oh. Can you try and get in there? At the boat. No, I'll bring the line over the engine. You can put one more on there. Oh, cool. They're getting bigger.
Yeah, not bad.
Nothing, huh?
Should be about 100 feet. Start over again, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna pull them all in. It's 4:30, so we only have about 45 minutes of light left. We're gonna pull the last 6. I think we can get 3 more. So far we have 2 keeper crab. Let's get them, Paul.
Okay.
soak. Oh, yeah, barely, but it'll keep. 5 3/4. Number 2 of 6. Close. I mean, I'll take one. One. Some?
Really?
Yep.
Not saying anything seems to be working.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say anything anymore. We got a lot. Oh yeah.
Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five fucking crabs. Jesus.
Dude, we got almost the limit.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one. Here, you measure them?
I'll measure.
I think 6 keepers on this one. Now we got 11. All right, we still got 2 more pulls. 5 and 5, 21. That's not saying anything. We won't say anything. Wow, look at the sunset. Probably one of the last boats out here.
Fucking hell, looks amazing.
Right here. Only one behind you. For the short day and having been a new spot, I think we did pretty good.
Oh, Subaru! Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, long time, man. Jesus, long time back. How you been, man?
Last one. Sun's down.
I'm just watching the usual videos that I usually watch by myself. So yeah, how you been, man? Jesus, so long since you came back to the stream. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Well,
How's
it's
life?
nice.
How's
That's
everything?
a nice one. Don't even need to measure that. Cover. All right, that does it. We're gonna head back. Thanks, Paul.
My pleasure. Very welcome.
12 crab, not bad. We got out here pretty late. First pots dropped at 2:20.
I mean, for me,
We
yeah,
crabbed
not bad
for
actually.
about
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Getting
than half the
slowly
limit, so
back into
happy with
the
that.
Christmas vibe.
We'll go back
Slowly,
to the
you know,
dock,
decorated
to the
the
harbor,
place a little
drop
bit,
off all our
put a
bait,
little bit of the
and
lights
for the most
up
part,
here,
looks pretty clean.
and well, y'all, I mean, you can see it, but the default face cam has a little bit of lights as usual. So yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Snails, that's the worst. But yeah, let's
So
get
yeah, you know,
back.
slowly getting into the Christmas spirit. Anyways, you know what? How many? 4 days are remaining, I think. No, 29th day, right? So two more days, I think, till December. So yeah. How about you? Are you in the Christmas spirit? Are you in the New Year spirit as well? I hope at least, you know.
Well, we're back. Happy with today. I was gonna do some
So sounds
cooking,
good.
but I think that's just gonna.
Oh
be the
yeah,
video
yeah,
today.
yeah. I'm
Nothing
also thinking
special,
of
probably just gonna boil it. Anyway, tomorrow's
putting the Christmas
Thanksgiving.
tree. I think
I'll
like
share all this crab with my family and some
today. Well,
friends. And hope
today
you
is
guys
to
have a
be
good
fair
Thanksgiving.
one in the morning,
See you
so I
on the
think
next one.
today or tomorrow on Sunday. So you know what, like here and there, definitely, yeah. But you know, yeah. Ah, my goodness. Been wanting to buy me a treat. Oh, what treat? What treat is that now? Huh? What treat is that now? what, What treat is that now? Yeah. Also, pretty sure. I think how many months since you've been here on my stream? I think. Yeah, I think quite a lot of time. So yeah, I mean the only thing which I can say that new thing is I'm now streaming on 3 platforms instead of the usual one. So instead of Twitch, I'm streaming on YouTube and Kick as well. So yeah, that's why the chat looks a little bit weird, I guess, not the default Twitch chat. So yeah, my goodness, yeah. So I mean, kind of like I decided, what, might as well kind of like get more traffic in, and anyways, it's I have the software, so might as well kind of like increase my spreadness of my nonsense on the internet. So I'm going to be streaming on multiple platforms as compared to one. So yeah, that's that. You said it's cold. How cold is it actually? Because like over here in Belarus, it's like it's -1, but feels like -5. So I don't know how cold is it at your place. Oh. Oh no. 11 degrees in the afternoon. 11 degrees is fucking hot? How? What the fuck? How is 11 degrees fucking hot? No fucking way is hot. 11 degrees is like, oh my goodness, like I'll wear like a jacket with that. My goodness. 11 degrees. Morning's like, oh my goodness, 1 degree or something. Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, so what's up with you? What have you achieved, I guess? In how many months did you come back and stream? What new things have happened in your life? For winter, 11 degrees is hot. My goodness, what? Seriously? I mean, yeah, in summer 40 degrees is usually the same thing, but like, yeah, I guess, yeah. But I mean, if the summer heat is like 40, which is like usually like the 30-40 degree range is like summer heat here. How is winter 11 degrees is hot? My goodness. Not much studying, doing exams, and not more than that. Ah, fine. How are the exams doing? How is the progress on that? Hopefully everything is doing fine. Hopefully, all the classes are being passed, good grades and all that, Not going out of 7. Ah, not bad actually. Yeah, I'll have my exams. Something just fell down in my kitchen, I think. I'm thinking the lights that I kind of like set up in the kitchen, which slid down. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm a good student, not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, I've always been kind of like jealous of the people who kind of like get always like like the top marks. I have no idea how people can manage that. I mean, props to you, but yeah, I do get a little bit jealous of such people. Yeah, I'm usually in the average range, in some subjects I do excel. In the majority of subjects I just fine, average, not bad, not great. That's it. Yeah. What's the logic I usually do? I mean, yeah, fucking hell. If that's the case, life becomes easy. You just apply the logic and that's it. Yeah, but for the majority of the subjects, it's like you have to learn something and just like, oh my goodness. Oh, and especially like if you're living by yourself, you feel like time manage and just becomes like, it's like if you're like living by like yourself, it's like the time, like for you to study gets decreased by the other responsibilities that you have to do. But if you live with your parents, or if you, for example, have a girlfriend, which like at least like 20% or 30%, the work gets like spread out, then yeah, I'm just kind of paying that. Oh my goodness, paying. Oh my goodness, maths. I have no idea how the fuck you can actually fucking do that shit. Jesus Christ. Like, as soon as I left school, I'm like, maths, tata, bye bye. I'll never see you back in again in my life. Whatever maths I have to do it. Either I'll have to put it into a program, and it will give me the answer. I'll just use the damn calculator. I have no idea how people willingly go into the maths field. I'm like, you know what? I woke up today in the morning. I had my good breakfast. How about I screw my peace of mind and my brain and break my brain to try to figure out a math problem? I can't. Seriously, Jesus. In school, I like, my goodness, like my head used to like proper like suffer. I felt like after like doing my maths homework or whatever, my head used to be like properly like exhausted. Like as I've done some like proper like scientific level calculation, even though I just saw like basic like algebra or some shit like that. So yeah. Yeah, like what's going with on life, like the geometry. Yeah, I mean, for me it's the same thing. I mean, basically in 5th year of medical school, so gonna be having exams next month, January, and then yeah, that's it. Basically 1.5 years more left, and I'll be basically, yeah, that's it. Can't believe how fast the time actually goes by. Actually, when you like, not particularly like live from like 1 week to the other, but it's like you have something or the other to like like keep you busy. Time flies very fast. I'm very like surprised and kind of like scared, to be fair. Yeah, but I guess that's what everybody does in life, and that's what everybody goes through life. So yeah. my goodness, yeah. These past years like flew like basically like this, like in a snap of the fingers. Ridiculous when you think about it. When I first started, I was like, oh no, it's gonna take so long. Now I'm almost about to finish, and yeah, it goes very fast when you're happy or doing something you like. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's like majority of the time, yes, it's hard work, and you have to like apply yourself, like fully. Like 80% of your attention and your energy goes into the like studying and stuff like that, and it's just like remembering stuff. You lose like 80% of the knowledge that you fucking gained, but like 20% of it, what you like 20-30, let's say, right, like what you remember, like that's what like propels you and keeps you like motivated. But like the majority of things you just end up forgetting, and I'm kind of like, at first, like in the first 3 years, I was like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm kind of forgetting. I have to read back, keep on reading back and stuff like that. After like 4th year and 5th year, I'm right now, right? I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm like so fed up, because like I'm pretty sure there's like a finite space in my fucking brain. So it's like if I learn a new thing, the other memory, which is like in the old memory, it gets replaced with the newer one. So I just have to like, so it's like, you know what, I'm just going to, fine, if I forgot something, I forgot something, that's it. But yeah, that's it. It's like, damn, I don't know how you felt about like when you, let's say, like decided, okay, fine, you know what, I'm going to study for, like it's usually like a pretty good amount of time, like like a year, let's say, like it's still a pretty good amount of time, right? It's like, how can you like, I don't know, like even like a year, like devoting something for a particular amount of time, like for example like 12 months, a year, right? It's a huge amount of time. Then it's like at first, like at least for me, at least, speaking like for myself, it's like I was thinking like, Jesus Christ, 6 years of my life, how the hell am I going to survive through that, live through that, basically? And somehow I did. Yeah. It's weird. It's like the first year when you're like just starting something. I guess like you don't know the roots. Everything like feels foreign and everything feels new. So you kind of like you have that fear. But after like third and fourth year, you're like, okay, fine. I got the ropes. I don't know how everything works and stuff for that. So it's like, but still, Jesus, 6 years, eh? Lots of time. But anyways, you know what? Let me not go into the philosophical espresso depresso part of my this thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Oh my god. Bum 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 bum. Also, one thing I want to ask: is the chat box basically this thing? Is it too big? Is it too small? Because I can't really like figure it out. Because like on, for example, if I go on Twitch, it looks perfectly fine. But if I go to some other platform, it feels like it's too big. So yeah. Even if in a second, I would like to study something like informatic and it's called like a mouse has to do with PCs and kind of like. So basically, like computer engineering, right? Like regarding with the PCs and stuff like that. I think it's good. Like at least. Okay, fine. So at least like on Twitch, it looks fine. Yeah. I guess like the aspect ratio like differs between the platforms. So it's like I don't really understand. It's like maybe I should make it bigger, make it smaller and stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah, it's computer science. It's computer engineering. Yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah. And that's the thing is like as soon as like for example like I'm Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be turning 25 next year. I can't really just imagine. I don't know. It's kind of tough when you think about it, right? Because like you have like kind of like a like societal expectation of like, okay, fine, you got to achieve some things by a certain age or whatever, which like I don't think I'm ready to have a family yet. And the thing is like it's very weird because like I see other people, like for example like my group mates, not like in my group but like other like of like similar age or whatever, right? And it's like some people already got into a marriage, some girls already got pregnant, some already had kids. I'm like, oh, are you serious? Like I can't really imagine. Like I can't basically take care of myself, without putting too much stress on myself. How the fuck am I going to take care of, for example, like my wife and a child? It's like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't want to go to college, but it's like too much stress for me and I don't want to study anymore. Yeah, stuff next year. I'm turning 18, so it's kind of, I don't want to grow. Bloody hell, yeah. I feel like after like 18 to like 20, let's say 22, that time goes very fast. Bloody hell. And like I heard other people, right? They're saying like, oh yeah, you know what, that time is like, goes very fast, so you better enjoy it. And like I was like, okay, fine, okay, whatever. Yeah, sure, okay. Like I thought it would not apply to me, but it definitely did. Like, and I did go through a lot of things, but it just felt like this. Just felt very quick. Yeah. And that's the thing, I guess, like my perception is kind of like, I guess not fucked, but it's a bit messed up because like I'm kind of like part of like two countries, right? Because like my father's Indian, my mother's Russian, and like usually like in Russia it's like it's much better to kind of like get things going faster as compared to India, where it's much better to start things later, to get married later, to have kids later and stuff like that. But in Russia it's like as soon as a girl, for example, like turns 18. I mean, yeah, of course, anywhere to be fair, she's gonna get attention, right? But it's like, it's much, especially for a guy, like, it's much better to get, like, into a relationship, to progress something, to get married, like, between the ages of, like, that's like 20, 30, right? I mean, that's usually the thing is, right? It's like, bloody hell. I just can't. Maybe I'm not like, I don't know, I don't really want to say that, but like maybe not like a manly enough. But like I can't really like, especially like with all the I don't know, like with what you say, like what I started viewing is, before I was like, okay fine, I kind of like naive or whatever, right? But like before I was like, okay fine, you know what, I'm going to like spend time with this person, spend time with that person and stuff like that. But then it's like right now I'm thinking it's like my time is an investment. So if I want to willingly invest into someone, for example like a girlfriend, right? Like I want to see kind of like something like I want to see some future with that person, for example, right? Like I just don't want to like have fun, just want to date. I want to date with a purpose. I want to date with a purpose, and I want to, okay fine, we'll date, let's see if everything works fine, then of course, you know, we'll progress to the other stage of having, you know. So yeah, yeah, kind of. If I had to marry at any age, I was between 25 and 30. Like I want to live my younger life before getting married, because take a lot of time. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, like I don't really want to be kind of like, you know, like a very satirical person who's like, oh yeah, you know what? As soon as like girls turn 30, you know, they hit that wall where everything goes, you know, wrong with them, and not wrong with them. It's like basically like the time, the prime time has run out and stuff like that. So usually it's like, you know, between like 20 to 30, that's where the woman get their time of the life and they get to experience with everything, and then they usually have like 25 to like 70, they like settle down and find some other persons for that. Yeah, but like I feel like that's true to some extent. That is true, because like for example, like I mean, what you say, like not like particularly trying for a girlfriend, but like, you know, here and there something or other, you know, I'm having some sort of like interactions for that. But it's like I swear, like I guess like the quality, maybe like the same woman existed like let's say 20 years back, right? But just because of the information and the like the scope, for example, like if I was a woman, I've been fucking going this thing since I started streaming, right? For example, if I was a woman, I would probably have like 100 people right now in the chat. It'd be damn easy for me to like make money, make connections, like explore the world, and you know, basically like, it's much easier. Of course I'll have something or the other which like, you know, have some limitations, but majority of it, it's much easier for women in this day and age to become successful, right? And it's like, okay fine, yeah sure, like if I was a attractive female, yeah sure, I would also want to find an attractive male of, you know, who earns more than me. But then when you think about it, it's like majority of the men, it's like it's very difficult to get something like, yeah sure, you know, when you go into social media, the algorithm, what it does, what does it show? It shows the more like majority of the what you say, like the good things. So okay fine, somebody got married, somebody got a promotion, somebody got a good new car. It just shows you that. It doesn't really particularly shows you somebody died, somebody got bankrupt, somebody got evicted from their house and they're homeless now. It doesn't show that because people don't want to watch that. It gets less views, gets shut down, and the people who, you know, most successfully get shown up. So it's just like, yeah. There's a best streamer and a fat guy with a beard, Lama. He's probably, but that's the thing. It's like it's just luck. It's just like, for example, I mean, yeah, definitely. I don't know, like about like the Twitch community or whatever. Like it's like it's about luck. It's about like maybe like once in a while something or the other pops out and you have that golden opportunity. For example, like like 1 week, like one video or like something or the like some video pops up and you get recommended to like a bunch of people. Let's say like 1 million people. Yeah, sure, you're gonna get like 1,000 subscribers at least, right? But it's like you have to have something or the other that people can relate to, and majority of the people, it's like something or the other they won't relate to. They'll not subscribe, they'll fuck off, and that's it. Like 24 years old and it's like gambling. I guess like that's what life is about. It's just gambling, that's it. It's just gambling. It's like you try to invest into this thing and you see it's okay fine. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, doesn't work out. Yeah. It's kind of depressing. It's very depressing. But I guess like I have developed, and I think majority of I don't want to say, but like majority of the men I think have developed that kind of sense of like that cope mechanism, that I'll have to do what is required, even though I'll fail 90% of the times. I'll still have to like wake up tomorrow and I have to still do it, because there are like two options. Either you try, you keep on failing and you might achieve something, or you give up and you go into the ground, you just die, like kill yourself and just die. That's it. It's very depressing. Jesus, it's very depressing. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, sure, like I don't know, it's very depressing. And it's like especially like if you go for example on TikTok, and TikTok algorithm is absolutely rubbish. It's like, as much fun it is to be in TikTok, but goddamn the algorithm is so fucking fucked up. As soon as you, for example, like watch something or the other, right, and it sees that okay fine, you watch this video, it suggests similar videos. So for example, like you watch some successful person doing something, or like okay fine, like one guy got a bought a car or something like that, right? It keeps on suggesting videos of that, and like for some people like it kind of like motivates them. But for example, like if you had a bad day and you see other people being better in your life, right, and it's like, it's so depressing. Jesus Christ, you know, to like shoot yourself. Fucking hell. Yeah. And that's the thing, is like there was a case, I think, especially like I think like in the US, one kid I think killed himself because the TikTok algorithm showed him videos of like of like how other people are like more successful than him and stuff like that, and actually like suggested him videos of how to like like make himself worse, like types of like edits of like about depression, like edits about depression, like not like ways to kill himself, but it's like basically like if you watch videos about like people or like more motivational, you get more motivational videos. But if you start watching videos about like more depressive stuff, it shows you more videos about like more depressive stuff. And the TikTok algorithm is the worst fucking thing ever. Jesus Christ. YouTube, it doesn't. You watch, for example, some happy video, the next thing is gonna have like a sad, and then the next video is gonna be happy again. For example, Instagram Reels, it's here and there. It doesn't really have like a bad or good vibe to it. But my goodness, TikTok, absolute cancer. Yeah, but to kill yourself, you still need to have courage. Like I had a friend that wanted to do it, and man, that's difficult. Before you had to do it, and like your body says, like no, you have family that loves you, and man, you couldn't be the process you don't want, but it's difficult. Yeah, I mean, one side, I'm kind of like partial on the subject of like suicide. Like on one side, I feel like, oh, you're a coward for a person who killed himself. Oh, how could you? There's always like a way or something. But of course, I never came close to doing that. But I've had thoughts. I'm pretty sure every person in their life had thoughts. Kind of like not ending it, but like coming close to like, oh, like proper despair. But I don't know. At least for me, I think I'm still. I think, and I will be. I think till the end of my life, I still kind of like feel like I'm still kind of like a pussy. I could never do that. Not just because like I think like, oh no, what if my friends miss me? What if of course my parents miss me for that? I just can't bring myself to like forget like killing some animal, for example. I can't kill myself. How the fuck can I do that? Yeah. If you always see so like being a cowboy, but man get a boss to do it, you can't. But I've read like somewhere, like especially like people who like jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco in the US. Majority of the people who jumped and survived, they tell that they regret doing that. Because I mean, it's a human thing. It's what makes you makes you alive. It's like that willingness, the drive to live. So it's like, for example, if you don't have that, something's wrong with you. But it's like if you have like that thing, it's like, okay, fine, like that which is self-preservation, basically. That's it. It's like that thing which keeps you alive, which is like, okay, fine, you know what, that's a fire, you should not fucking go there, otherwise you're gonna get get killed. That's that thing, that self-preservation, it has to be there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know, actually, in my school or whatever, I mean, not like in my class or whatever, but I think like in the university, or like the university campus, basically the university hostels, one guy jumped out from his window, which is very unfortunate. I think he was not actually in my university, he was, I think, in like an economics or something. But yeah, and that happened, I think, in the middle of, I think, second semester of, I think, fourth year, I think that happened. Yeah, and I kind of like mentioned it to one of my professors, because I guess he didn't know the news, and I just kind of like the news and the whole theme about like unaliving oneself came up, and I said to him, I said, okay, fine, you know what, like one student ended up jumping from a window. Some people suspect that it is by himself, some people suspect that it's a murder and somebody pushed him outside or whatever. And the response I got from the professor was that it's kind of like, not like word by word, but it's like what he said was like, it's kind of like a natural selection. It's like, if you can't handle the pressure, might as well jump out. But the thing is, like, I feel like if you're not up to it, if you can't handle pressure, I don't think you should like jump out of the fucking window. I think you should just like go to the damn elevator, go down to the fucking ground floor, walk, and say, I'm not up to it, I can't handle it, resign. And that's it. And like I like, we got shared like photos and videos about like the guys on the fucking pavement and these dead bodies there. It's a very gruesome scene, and yeah. But man, what do you say? I'm in the medical university, and just to get there, you have to suffer a lot. So I guess, you know, I kind of like, I've gone basically through like all the filters to a certain level. Yeah. I guess some people don't. Some people don't have. Some people can't. It's very sad, actually. Yeah. But about suicide, yeah, definitely. I don't think as much of one person might feel, you know, down or just absolutely miserable, I don't think so you should do it. No, definitely. For example, like, I'm right now, okay, fine, like I'm happy right now, but like, for example, like, let's say I'm depressed, right? I'm depressed. Oh no, everything's horrible. My work sucks. My this thing sucks. And I have no future, whatever, right? But it's like, for example, like if I lost everything, and I went to some, let's say, homeless shelter, right? And I was starving, let's say, for like 3 days. I didn't have any food or whatever. And somebody offered me like a hot meal, some food or whatever. It doesn't have to be actually hot, but hopefully it's hot. Any food or whatever, I will feel that urge to live just after having some warm food. At least for me, at least, you know. I'm pretty sure that's any person, anything. As soon as they have some food in them, they will think, yes, you know what, there's some hope. As much as, you know, it kind of like in the moment, it feels like, oh yes, you know, you should do that. There's always a way. There's always some or the other person, you know, like checking up. Fine. Majority of the people, they have their parents, right? But even if, for example, they don't have their parents, something or some other person, yeah, fine, sure. Not every day, not every month. but let's say once in a while they will end up, like thinking about you. And I think that's one thing that you have to think about it. And keep in your mind that, you know what, you're not so invisible as much as it might seem that you're invisible. Yeah, it's kind of like hard to believe, but that's true actually. That's true. So, oh my goodness, that was a talk about fucking suicide, Jesus. Fun, very fun. Very fun time to spend at 1:30 in the morning. I once thought that the only way I would suicide would be even when the world gets fucked up and the zombies in the movie, and I end up. I want to be a zombie. Yeah, I guess. I was thinking about this this kind of like scenario beforehand. I was thinking, for example, like if I was in a war or something, right, and like death was imminent, I couldn't do anything about it. Like I was going to die. I was going to die within an hour. Let's say 60 minutes. 60 minutes, and that's it. Would I? And if I had the opportunity to, like, would I do that? What I would do, probably, even to the last second, as much as I know, like, I'm going to be dead. There's no way that I'm going to fucking survive. I'll probably not myself. I'll probably wait and see. And after I feel miserably, the point where I can't physically get out of the situation, and I know that all hope is lost, then yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, that's the thing. But sometimes, as much as I shit on TikTok algorithm, sometimes it does show kind of like good videos. For example, like it showed me one video which is kind of like stupid, right? Because like it showed me, like, before that video showed me like 10 videos of like fucking depressive fucking shit. But after 10 depressive videos, it showed me one video which was this, like, there was like a guy on the bench and he's sitting and he's thinking about himself, as usually people do, right? And he's thinking, it's like, oh my god, I have bills, I have this, I have that, god damn it, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for that, I have to make myself better, I have to get more money, I have to provide for my girlfriend, for my family, for my stuff like that, right? And then the camera pans, basically the camera moves, and it moves to a courier, the food delivery people, right? And the food delivery person is saying, it's like, and the guy is speaking to his mother, and he's saying, hello mother, I've got the new city, I've got a new job, it's paying well, even though food delivery people don't really get that paid well, right? But it's like, still, he's lying to his mother, and he's saying, it's like, yeah, you know what, I got a new job, is paying well, don't worry, next month I'll send the money, and so for that, don't worry, everything is fine, I'm healthy, I'm fine, and see you, bye-bye, tata. And he kisses the phone and he ends the call. And the whole message of the video is basically, it's like, as much as you think your life sucks, it doesn't really suck that bad as compared to the other person who has much worse than you. And it's like, I saw that video, I was lying on the bed, I'm like, you sometimes forget how privileged you are. Simple thing as having this thing working, this electricity working, and my ability to pay for this damn thing to work, to shine at my fucking wall, is a fucking privilege. So, fucking hell. Yeah. Yeah, but all this just makes you stress and gets fucked up about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. I went to for the summer trip, as grateful I am, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had to go to Hong Kong, Macau, and Singapore. And those are very, the people who live there, they're pretty rich. And just being there, you see that money is everything. Money is everything. Of course, like majority of the people do look healthy, dress well, have goodness of flair, but like there's also a good amount of people who not dress that well, who didn't particularly look fit, but they had the money. And like, where are they? Where are they in the world? They are in the world. They're in the top places in the world, where the only way they can get there is through money. And fine, sure, some maybe got through there through like, proper business or whatever. But in order to get that rich, you have to go through some shady ways. You have to cross some people. You have to do something or the other. But you know what? As much as I think, like bad people are bad people, some way or the other, I feel like you have to do it. Because at the end of the day, to provide for your health, to provide for yourself, to feed yourself, and to provide for your family, to your loved ones, or to the people that you support, you have to have money. If you don't do that, and that's it. And simple thing is, like, if you're a man, if you don't have money, you don't get respect. Simple as that. Nobody will love you. Your mother will love you, of course. Apart from your mother, nothing. Nobody. Even your own father will say, if you don't earn money, you're nothing. Not like to him. To everybody around you. If you don't make money, you're nothing. Fucking depressing. And I was walking in the streets and I saw all the good cars, all the people dressed, like and one thing which is absolutely annoying to me. I went to Singapore and there's a building. Basically, it's like 3 buildings, and on top of the 3 buildings there's a kind of like I call it a fucking banana. Some people call it a fucking boat. Basically, it's like a fucking hotel, and there's like a pool on top of it, right? And I was walking at night, at around I think like 2 in the morning. I was jet lagged. I was walking with friends, and I was walking around about it, and I was thinking, and there was like, as usually, just something or the other happening on top of it. And there was like a party, I guess, and they're like, you could hear, because like it was like 2-3 in the morning, you can, like, everybody's like silent on the street, you can only hear like some distant things, and the thing is like pretty high up, but you can still hear it, because like pretty sure right there it was a fucking loud as fuck, and you could hear the music and stuff like that. And it's like, I thought, bloody hell, if I was a woman, if I was like remotely attractive, and if I knew, like, if I had like right now like my knowledge or whatever, I would probably be in that building that time, but in a different body, in a different time. And my goodness, that like that motivated me so fucking much. As much as like it sounds very shallow, whatever, but it's like there was a moment, you are out there on the empty street and you're looking up at the people. Fine, majority of the people got it by inheritance, money, or whatever, some illegal shadings, whatever. But it doesn't really matter, because they are up there and you're way down there on an empty fucking street, and you have fucking nothing. I mean, yeah, you do have something, but you don't have nothing actually. You're like barely surviving. Fine then, you know what? Let me not continue this thing, otherwise it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Alright, fine then. Music is over. Let's see. Let's see. What can I watch? Oh, my charger can boil water really well. I mean, really fast. What the fuck?
Hello. It is still November. The heat just kicked on, but I don't care. And today, I'm going to make my car charging station boil water very quickly. And I'm going to do it using this British kettle, which I have made work with a car charging station using this very cursed adapter I built using very cursed parts. Now, before I hear any complaints about the effort that got put into this one, this video is basically a repeat of that time I made a shop heater with a J1772 connector, allowing me to use my car charging station as a nice and convenient power cable that delivers 240 volts AC, which, in case you didn't know, is all a level 2 charging station actually does. But this time I put that connector onto an electrical box, and on the other side of it is this horrible thing. But more on that later. You might wonder why I've done this. Well, you see, I have a few British friends who have all expressed frustration at how slow electric kettles are here in the US. Because of our 120 volt household power and the desire to maintain compatibility with smaller 15 amp circuits, most ordinary appliances are limited to 1,500 watts of power, and kettles are no exception. Put that much power into a liter of room temperature water, and it will take about 4 minutes for that water to boil. Now, personally, I think that's plenty fast, but because the Brits have 13 amps of 230 volt power at every receptacle, they can shove 3 whole kilowatts of power into their water boily things. And because they can, they do. And today, they're so used to this that the absurdity of a plastic countertop appliance sucking down more power than my home's central air conditioner just doesn't quite register. Fun fact, the BBC used to have to share when breaks in their programming would happen with the national grid, because 500,000 people getting up to put the kettle on all at the same time meant there was suddenly a large nuclear reactor's worth of power draw to be dealt with. For making tea. And other hot beverages, probably. Ooh, maybe even porridge. Anyway, after I made that video on the shop heater powered by my charging station, a certain slow-mo guy named Gav suggested I make a kettle that works with a car charger. That sounded delightfully up my alley, so I promised I would make that happen. And here we go. First, I would need to get my hands on a kettle designed to work with the 240 volt electricity my car charging station puts out. So I imported this British kettle, which draws the customary 3,000 watts from the wall. Next, I would need a way to power this kettle from my charging station. Now, I could have done the sensible thing, which would be to build an adapter like this, with a NEMA 620 receptacle, and then cut the end off of this cord.
What the fuck is this?
This, with a NEMA
620 the fuck is that?
receptacle, and then cut the end off of this cord and connect it up to a NEMA 620 plug. But a while ago, someone on the internet made me aware that Leviton sells this thing. Yes, this is a real product you can buy for some reason. The Leviton BSRDP-W is a single BS1363 receptacle designed to fit into a North American junction box. Why on earth do they sell this? I have no idea. There's no way this would be to code anywhere you might install it. Okay, so this instruction sheet made me dig a little deeper, and it would seem that Saudi Arabia's current SASO standards call for Type G plugs and sockets. That's the British one. But it seems that in the past, they and or perhaps other Gulf countries were following NEMA standards for junction boxes, etc. This device meets SASO standards, and that little symbol above the 0007 is the Gulf Conformity Mark of the Gulf Cooperation Council, and so I think it is intended for use in retrofit situations in those countries. So, it's got a real use case, but certainly not here. Because we use split phase power over here, nothing you might plug into this will be correctly wired. It will function just fine, no electrical load knows the difference, but these two pins will both be live at 120 volts potential to ground, which means, depending on how a device was wired, it may always be energized even if switched off, which might be shocking. Now, Leviton was smart enough to make sure this switch is a double pull switch that isolates both pins, but still, this is all kinds of weird, and yet it exists. So I threw together this adapter, which simply has the line 1, line 2, and ground pins of the J1772 connector wired directly to the cursed receptacle on the other side. Am I showing you what's inside of here? No! And to make the charging station think it's plugged into a car which is requesting power, the control pilot pin is connected to the ground pin through an 882-ish ohm resistor and a diode. Now, plugging this into my charging station causes it to go clack and energize this receptacle with the correct voltage, but in the wrong way. It will work though. So let's do a little test. Here's an American kettle plugged into the wall and bringing this much water to a boil. This is almost exactly 1 liter, but not quite. The important thing is I'm using the exact same amount of water with every test. The water was 63.7 degrees Fahrenheit, or 17.6 Celsius, and with the kettle pulling about 1,460 watts, it took 4 minutes and 5 seconds to hit my subjective definition of boiling. And for a slightly less subjective definition, the kettle switched itself off at 4 minutes 17 seconds. But I had a second American kettle to test. This cheaper model has an exposed heating element, and since it becomes completely submerged when filled with water, there are absolutely no heat losses to the air below the kettle. That doesn't matter very
Probably
much,
the
but
second last.
you'll see why I also tested this
Second one
one
I have.
later.
Can refill
This
2
one
minutes.
was filled with water at 63.1 degrees Fahrenheit, or 17.3 Celsius, and after a failed start because it wasn't seated properly, it drew 1,420 watts from the wall and required 4 minutes and 15 seconds to hit my subjective definition of boiling. And it switched itself off at the 4 minute 35 seconds mark. So both of these kettles require about 4 minutes of time to boil about a liter of water. And now it's time to see how much faster a right proper kettle is. This time, the water was at 61.8 degrees Fahrenheit, or 16.6 Celsius, and I want you to notice something here. This is just under 1 liter of water, and when I placed it in this kettle, the water line went up to about the 4.5 mark. That doesn't make any sense, so this is 4.5 what exactly? Oh, So I found the answer, and having found it, I simply cannot resist pointing out that every kettle I have ever used here in the US tells you its capacity in liters. Yet, this British kettle has markings for, and I swear I'm not making this up, breakfast cups. Not an ordinary British cup, which is 6 imperial fluid ounces, but a British breakfast cup, which is 8 imperial fluid ounces, or 7.69 US fluid ounces. That's right, our ounces, pints, and gallons aren't the same, in case you didn't know, or 227 milliliters. So the next time any of you out there who speak metric get annoyed that I forgot to include a conversion for you, I want you to remember this little adventure where we all learned what the a breakfast cup is. Now, in fairness, I can't be too annoyed about this thing using a weird non-standard cup because for us Yanks, although 8 ounces defines our standard cup, a cup of coffee is only 6 ounces. If you've ever wondered why your coffee pot has smaller than a cup cups, that's why. So we've also got our fair share of strange customary units for hot beverage purposes hanging around. And I suppose it's a fun coincidence that we've got 8-ounce standard cups and 6-ounce coffee cups.
Yeah, I guess after
while the Brits
this drink
have
I'll end the
6-ounce
stream.
standard cups and 8-ounce breakfast cups. Actually, it's only through figuring out what this unit is on this kettle that I learned British cups are 6 ounces. What's going on there? You have 20 cups in an imperial gallon? At least our customary units consistently work in powers of 2. Until you get down to the teaspoon. Anyway, enough about strange units. How long does it take this British kettle to boil that water? Well, we have twice as much power going into this thing, so if the maths work out, it should only take about 2 minutes. And what do you know? It took 1 minute 55 seconds to hit my subjective definition of boiling, and it switched itself off at the 2-minute 10-second mark. That sure is quite a lot faster than what the other two can manage. And I suppose if you're a big tea drinking culture, it would be nice to shave a couple of minutes off the boiling time. But I still think it's kind of bonkers that shoving 3 kilowatts into a cheap plastic kettle is just a normal thing over there. But then I thought, what if we shoved 6 kilowatts into a cheap plastic kettle? Because you see, if I were to hook up an American kettle to 240 volt power, Ohm's law would dictate that it will consume twice as much current than it will from a 120 volt supply. And by also having twice as much voltage, that means its power draw will quadruple from 1500 watts to 6000 watts. And that's why I made this other adapter. This is a NEMA 620, one of the various 240 volt receptacles we have here, but which are rarely ever seen. And with a matching plug and a little bit of choppy, I can send 240 volts through these cheap kettles. And my charging station can supply up to 7.5 kilowatts, so it should have no trouble at all dealing with the 6 kilowatt kettle I'm about to make. Now, obviously, don't do this at home, for lots of reasons. One, I will be overloading the NEMA 620 slightly. The kettle's going to draw about 24 amps when the receptacle and plug are only rated for 20. But even worse, the wires going to the kettle are going to be overloaded by quite a good deal. This is only 16 gauge wire, which should only really have 13 amps pushed through it, but we're doing 24. Now, honestly, the kettle should only run for about 1 minute before the water boils, so I won't be overloading it for long at all, and I doubt any of the electrical connections are going to get very warm. But I'll be shoving a stupid amount of power through a very small heating element inside a plastic kettle, so, you know, stuff might go wrong. Only one way to find out, though. I had a fire extinguisher at the ready and filled this kettle with my standard not quite liter at 65 Fahrenheit, 18.3 Celsius. The power switch did not latch correctly, so the start wasn't perfect, but even still, this thing got the water boiling in just 55 seconds. Not such a slow kettle anymore, huh? You'll notice the water is boiling quite violently. I'm not sure it would be safe to actually fill this thing up all the way. But boy is it quick. And sure enough, it was powered for such a brief period of time that the power cord had barely warmed up at all to the touch. Now, I decided to do this again with a cleaner start and with colder water. This time, the water was 60.8 Fahrenheit, which is exactly 16 Celsius. And, well, if the colder water made a difference, it wasn't enough to tell, because again, it was violently boiling by the 55-second mark, and the kettle switched itself off about 7 seconds later. So, we learned a few things. 1, this does indeed work to make a stupidly fast kettle. 2, it's probably not safe to fill this up with any more than a liter of water, or else it'll probably throw boiling water out of itself. And 3, it survived long enough to do the test twice. But then I noticed something. Long after it had switched off, this steady stream of bubbles was coming up from where the heating element is bonded to its little support bracket. These bubbles kept going for several minutes, but there were no signs of an external leak. I thought it might be possible that a pinhole leak in the heating element had formed. See, everywhere else on the heating element is completely submerged in water, which will do a great job taking heat energy away from it. But that little connection point there might have stayed dry enough for the heating element to melt a small hole in itself. And those bubbles might be the result of air inside the heating element being displaced with water. And if that is a leak, it would be very dangerous to use again. I decided to let this sit overnight full of water so I could investigate this later. For now, I had another kettle to test. This one has its heating element bonded to the bottom of its stainless steel interior, which is a very common design. It can apparently handle 3 kilowatts without an issue. But what about 6? Well, again, only one way to find out. This kettle also only needed about 55 seconds to get the water boiling, but the water inside was boiling much more violently than the last kettle. You can quite clearly see the steam, which activates the auto stop feature, flying out near the power switch. Yeah, in case you didn't know, there's a bimetallic disc down here which will snap and shut the power off once it gets hot. And it's this tube here at the top which will direct steam down to that disc once the water is actually boiling that makes the disc snap and shuts off the kettle. Steve Mold taught me that. I picked the kettle up after it shut off and felt the bottom of it. To my surprise, it wasn't really warm at all. The electrical contacts were quite hot, but it didn't seem like the plastics had gotten any more than slightly warm. Water is really good at absorbing heat energy, but I figured the embedded heating element would direct at least some of its heat downward at the base. If it did, it was hardly noticeable. But that's where the good news ends. I tried to do this again and discovered it ain't working no more. The neon indicator in the switch was still lighting up, but no more boily. So this was a very fast kettle. Once. Which is honestly what I expected. I figured these things would have some sort of thermal fuse which will blow if it gets too hot, like, for instance, if you switched it on without any water in it. And since this one only has the water on one side of the heating element, it stands to reason that 6,000 watts of power simply got the fuse too hot. But I wanted to know why exactly it failed, and with the other kettle's mysterious bubbling, there were now 2 things to investigate. First, if this kettle has a thermal fuse, it's integral to the heating element. I don't see any sort of separate component, and when I checked the heating element with an ohm meter, it shows either open circuit or quite a few mega ohms. However it blew. The water simply couldn't pull the heat away quite as fast as it needed to, and this burnt itself out. But nothing down here seems like it got very hot. All the plastic looks undamaged, and I sure didn't smell anything during the test. That doesn't really matter, as it's still broken, but honestly, I expected a little more carnage. And now to see if this heating element was actually filling up with water. I removed it from the kettle and then used a Dremel tool to cut a slice through the heating element. I found absolutely no signs of moisture, and I even heated it up with a torch to see if any steam might come out. So I was apparently chasing a phantom there. That was probably just a nucleation site of some sort. However, cutting into this revealed that the magnesium oxide, which fills the tube and maintains an insulating gap between the electrically conductive nichrome wire in the center and the steel sides of the tube, appears to have fused together. The last one of these that I cut through had the magnesium oxide escaping like sand, but here it's now all quite solid. I couldn't bend this any more than you see here because the tube seems to be filled with solid rock now. And honestly, that makes sense. The actual heat was coming from that nichrome wire in the center of this tubing. So while the water could do a great job keeping the exterior of the tube relatively cool, the inside of the tube was getting stupid hot. Just for comparison's sake, the 7.5 kilowatt shop heater, which started this project, spreads those kilowatts between 6 heating element sections. This little coil here is about as long as just one of those, but it was producing nearly as much heat as the entire heater does. If we could have seen the insides of the tube while it was on, I'm sure it would have been glowing quite brightly, and I doubt this would have lasted more than a few more cycles. I was tempted to get another one of these kettles to see how long it might last, but that would have been effort, and I already feel bad enough for murdering 2 of them. So what have we learned today? Well, British kettles are indeed quite fast, but hook an American kettle up to 240 volts, and it's way faster. Once. We also learned what a breakfast cup is. And we learned that Leviton makes this thing for some reason. Now, if you live in North America and actually wanted to have a 3 kilowatt kettle, one way you could do that is to ask an electrician to install one of these NEMA 620 receptacles in your kitchen. That's a bit easier said than done due to the requirement for GFCI protection in kitchens and the need for 2 free slots in your breaker panel, but with the appropriate breakers, it can be done safely and to code. That will allow you to use 240 volt appliances with a relatively normal receptacle and not one of our various terrifying monster plugs. The next part, though, becomes some flavor of sketchy no matter what. I cannot find any 240 volt kettles for sale here, which means you'll have to do what I did and import a British or European one, then chop off its plug and wire it to one of these. And the trouble there is, again, our split phase power. Any kettle you might import will work just fine, but the neutral wires inside of it will not actually be wired to neutral any longer. They will be live at 120 volts to ground. Whether that actually creates a safety hazard depends on a whole bunch of factors, and to be honest, since not all plug standards in Europe are actually polarized, I feel like most designs out there would be fine, but you will be committed to using an imported, modified appliance that you stuck a different plug on, and insurance companies may not like that so much. So keep that in mind. If, however, you've got one of them fancy induction stoves, then any ordinary stovetop kettle, that's compatible with induction cooktops of course, can be just as fast as this British kettle. In fact, possibly faster depending on your stove. I am talking proper stoves though. Those plug-in induction hot plates are limited to the same power as a plug-in kettle, so don't expect those to save you any time. If you've got a built-in cooktop or range with induction burners though, a stovetop kettle should be wicked fast. And you get the benefit of a whistle. What's not to like? Actually, while I know it's not really saving me any time, I have switched to a stovetop kettle, which I use with an induction hot plate. I have a conventional radiant stove, which honestly, I enjoy using more than my induction plate, mainly because it has real knobs that are actually infinitely adjustable. But when I'm bringing water to a boil, the induction plate is significantly faster. So, since I keep that thing next to my stove for making pasta or whatever, rather than take up even more counter space with a plug-in kettle, I just leave one of these things on there. But now, if I need to boil 8 breakfast cups of water even faster, I'll just head out to the garage. Why am I doing this? Because of our 120 volt household voltage and
Oh my goodness, look at that. Million Tinker. New video, come on, let's see. What is this about?
You never going to get me.
Ivo.
Playing
can you
Dungeons and
get this
Dragons
guy
with
for
your
me?
friends for the
I
first time.
got you, homie. 1. So what does this mean?
Critical miss.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Change of plans. I am chasing him down. You're not getting away.
You must roll at least 10 to do that.
7. So what now?
You tripped.
Don't worry, I will revive you.
Don't res me. Just catch him. Throw some lasso or something.
Can I pull him to me?
Are you asking me?
I don't know.
This is not how this game is played. You tell me what you want to do and I will tell you how much you must roll to perform the action correctly.
Then I want to pull him to me.
You must roll 19.
That sucks.
I will try for the team.
It's not going to work.
Oh, 20.
What?
Hey, mister, we need to have a long talk. We must interrogate him, not chit-chat. Then maybe I will throw a spell that...
Hulk smash.
Oh. What just happened?
He killed him.
What? Why? How?
I just hit him with my fist.
Can he do that?
Well, he have the stats to do so. Yeah?
This guy had it coming.
And what now?
You decide.
But he was needed for the quest.
That's life.
Let's just not do that. We can go back in time and...
No.
Why not?
It's already happened. You must think of something else.
Like what?
I don't know. You tell me.
We can pretend that nothing happened, and just like Julian didn't hit him.
Sadly, you can't do that.
Maybe you can.
It doesn't work on me anymore.
But why?
Because I don't care anymore.
If you don't care about the game, then I don't know why you are there. How do you call it?
Game Master. And I didn't mean the game.
Master Blaster. Nathan, I'm bringing girls here, and maybe you should play along, you know. Be a bit flirtatious.
I wanted to give them quest involving a Minotaur brothel, and you were making faces.
I was thinking about.
Like what?
Encouraging them somehow.
But I did. Have you seen what they've been reading lately?
I did. But not all of them.
Yeah, of course. All women except your and my mother.
Alright, the milk has already spilled. Think of something. Sorry, I messed up.
I can throw the dice one more time if it's okay.
I told you they are only problems. Women at the first obstacle want to pretend nothing happened.
Women moment.
Women moment indeed.
Just calm down so it's nice.
And why do you guys have modifiers to the roll and not me?
Because you have low dexterity.
But I have bracers +2 to perception.
That's a separate stat.
And isn't perception for aiming?
Accuracy and reflex is dexterity. Perception is for noticing things that are not visible at first glance.
Oh.
Additionally, it lets you have a sixth sense when someone is looking at you. You feel it on your skin like something is crawling on your back. When you turn around and see them, they look at each other and say something and then burst out laughing. And you stand like an idiot and want to leave as fast as possible.
Switching eye.
When you think about escape, you start focusing on how you walk, and it makes you walk funny, and this gives them one more reason to mock you.
Alright, enough with this drama dump.
Maybe just take his body and resurrect him, since you have to do the same to me, so why not?
Oh, that's a good idea.
It won't work.
Why not?
Because it's a quest. You already made a choice.
But if there are clerics, then why can't they resurrect him? You said they can resurrect me. What's the difference?
The difference is that your death is a game death, and his is canonical.
I don't get it.
Julian, please, I can't deal with them.
Explain to them because they really don't understand. It was supposed to be fun and you always create problems for no reason.
I see that male solidarity stops mattering for you when there's even a whiff of.
That's partially true.
If I can have a question, I really like this game. It's quite alright. Only when will I get out from prison?
When we bribe the guards.
So when?
When we get the money.
But we have funds.
We must relocate them somewhere else for now.
Like where?
Into my brass knuckles.
I don't know. We had such a good team, and now everything's falling apart. Sorry, my stats are so weak.
If Sebastian hadn't let himself killed, maybe you'd be enjoying your freedom right now.
No point blaming anyone else. We need to stick together.
Not gonna lie, it's kinda your fault everyone's either dead or in jail.
Not everyone. We still have a few fall guys.
I just wanna play with you guys.
Patrick, calm down. First we will buy me some knuckles, then we will pay the cleric, and in the end we will prison break you.
I hope so.
Like in the old times.
Thanks, guys. I will endure a bit more.
Nathan.
I will explain only once, so listen. The fact that you can resurrect yourself at any cleric is theoretically non-canonical in this universe. If it was, then it's a matter of time that anyone would resurrect any villain that you had slain. Do you understand?
I'm bored.
You have a phone.
Alright, and what now?
For the love of...
What is this?
A box.
Box of jokes?
Box of chocolates.
No, box of scripts.
A lot of it. I see that you prepared.
My whole life, I've been daydreaming. Trust me, for every situation, I can think of at least 10 other ways I could have acted.
Those long nights, full of contemplation.
I am insomniac, so yeah.
Tell me, how is it feels?
What feel what?
The first box that you touched.
Pretty comfy if you ask me.
Did you get it?
You not that clever with your quips.
I'm here.
My men.
You have it?
Yeah, I have. Are we alive?
Not yet.
Nathan.
It's not my fault that they suck.
Maybe we should take a walk.
All right.
When you resurrect us, then send a message. Don't smoke.
But these are yours. Did you sign up already?
I don't know where to go.
Then choose anything. Only the master degree matters.
And you?
Veterinary.
Easier than doctor?
I heard so.
I would rather that all of them go away, along with him.
But I am needed.
I think you don't understand how your presence destroys half of my takes.
All right, Nathan.
We're fucking
play the
evil,
long
man.
run.
Meaning?
You know. If they like it, then they will bring some friends. Ones that don't know you, and who knows what's next gonna happen.
But why? They all hate me.
Maybe you, but you know.
You think that Sebastian now is, you know?
I think for a long time is that a fucking Labubu.
You know?
But where?
I don't know. The basement is big. Maybe in the laundry room. Maybe by the ladder. Maybe even close to the bunker door.
No, I tell you, he is one of those who don't see the signals she sent him. Whether because he is on Spectrum or maybe he is scared of something. Some time will pass, and then it will turn out that slowly she will be frustrated that this relationship goes nowhere, and arguments will start. She will have problems about trivial stuff. Him too. And slowly they will separate. Forget about each other. Stop messaging. She will go to college, meet some guy. Maybe even he and his friends will take her on vacation. And then she will give herself for the first time to some boyfriend she knows barely a year.
That's brutal.
Shoot your shots, I guess.
That story was so plausible that probably happened to at least one guy. And which one of you is that?
I don't make anything up. I say how it is.
Even if so, their shared moments will let them evolve into better selves.
Fatty, nobody asked you for your opinion.
I meant well.
It's not nice to wish someone bad, especially your friends.
Fake cells are not my friends.
Why do you hang out with them? You see what they are like?
I think her boobs grew.
She is stuffing.
You think so?
Well, yeah. Push-up bra. Also inserts. And the old sock trick.
I use socks too.
No way.
Yeah, then saggy crotch doesn't happen.
It's because of pants too big.
Oh, I didn't know.
You have excess and then you get this, you know.
I thought it's from lack of filling.
Then buy yourself a pump.
What pump?
Bike pump.
Did you resurrect us?
Not yet.
Come on.
Help, they kidnapped me.
Nathan, please don't kill another one.
Please don't hurt me.
Nah, I'm not gonna kill you. I am just gonna hurt you really, really bad.
Don't do this to me.
Says the guy tied to a chair.
He is new here. Come on.
You don't decide here.
Don't discourage others from playing.
I'm the one who knocks. I'm the god here. King Kong over here ain't got shit on me.
But why?
Hey, I just want to know what it's like to destroy something beautiful.
Ah, what the fuck was that? Oh, I'm gonna get like a secret message at the end. Very interesting, very interesting. Alright, fine then. Let's hear one song before we end the stream then, yeah. Shall we? Bloody hell. I don't know why, but this reminds me of Chicago for some reason. It's very weird. Chicago. Has a vibe to it, yeah, definitely, but I don't know if it's worth adding to a playlist. Not much. Same repetitiveness, nothing interesting. Same thing. Orchestra and After Effects. Some new people actually coming up. But man, doesn't seem anything worthwhile adding to the playlist. Let's see. Do you have anything else interesting? What is this?
You've seen Man Watching Girl movie. Now let me introduce
Fast and
you
Furious
to
is
Girl
just for
Watching
men.
Man movie. I've never seen any of the Fast and Furious movies except for 7, and we'll get to that, because it kind of just seemed like Twilight for men. And upon watching all of them, I'm happy to confirm It is exactly Twilight for men. And I mean that in the most endearing way possible, kind of. Car go vroom vroom, we all stick together because family
Vroom,
and
vroom.
values. Women hot, women very hot. Not so different from sparkly men being very hot. It was a little jarring watching Fast and Furious 7 first when it came out, because that's the one where they had to figure out how to write Paul Walker out of the movie after his passing. And I had zero context and a whole lot of weird discomfort.
Alright, fine.
at
You know
how
what?
uncanny
This video is 53 minutes. Might as well end it. And thank you everybody to coming into the stream. Might as well. Okay, fine. Thank you for everybody who's coming in to the stream. And I shall see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, if I don't have a pretty good hangover. And I shall see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, if anything else, then I shall be hopefully on Sunday. If not, then on Friday as per usual. So yeah, that's that. Alright, guys, I shall see you guys very soon. I don't know what actually to say. So yeah, so very soon. Much appreciated for all the people who came in, for all the people who's going to be watching it during the bot, and for all the people who will be watching during the shots. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys very soon. Bye bye and good night.